So that would put it at the 15-yard line. That'll be first down.
It's their 6th attempt on 4th down. In a game where, assuming it stands, they're about ready to run their 90th play compared to 55 for Texas.
After review, the ruling of a first down is confirmed.
So the ball is at the 15-yard line. And it's first down for Arizona State. We're in overtime. Game is tied at 24. Arizona State on its first possession here in overtime, here in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Ball is on the left hash mark of the Texas 15. Cam Scattaboo remains in the ball game at running back. He's offset to the right side of the quarterback, Sam Levitt. 3 receivers out wide right for the Sun Devils. First down for ASU. Levitt out of the shotgun, has the snap and a toss. There's a flag down, a second flag down, and Scattaboo goes down at the 14. While we sort all this out, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield. The penalty was against Arizona State for illegal formation. Too many men in the backfield. Or the correct real explanation would be too many men off the line of scrimmage there. But it's a 5-yard walk-off back to the 20-yard line. So now it's first down and 15 for Arizona State at the Texas 20-yard line. We're in overtime. 24-24, Texas and Arizona State here in the college football playoff quarterfinals at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl in Atlanta. On first down and 15. Levitt out of the shotgun, has the snap, turns and hands it to Cam Scattaboo. He bounces off one tackle, trying to go outside, now back inside, and he loses a yard. Andrew Makuba stayed with him all the way and dropped him for a loss of a yard. And Scattaboo is still down on the field.
Well, he's really been, I can't say struggling because he's been dynamite, but seems like him every other play he's just gassed.
And now he's back up, and he'll trot off the field. So it's going to bring up second down and 16 at the 21-yard line.
What a great tackle by Makuba right on his foot.
So second down and 16 back at the Texas 21. Tyson Brown back in at running back for Arizona State. 3 receivers out wide left for the Sun Devils. Sam Levitt to take the shotgun snap on second down and 16. Levitt now shifts Tyson Brown behind him into a pistol set. Turns, hands it to Brown, outside, cuts inside, in trouble, down he goes. He was able to reach the 20. Barron Sorrell wrapped him up, maybe the 19. It's still going to bring up third down and 14 at the Texas 19-yard line. Huge play here if you can hold Arizona State no more than 3.
Scattaboo on the sidelines, crouched down.
Third down and 14 for Arizona State at the Texas 19-yard line. 2 receivers, make it 3 out wide left, 1 on the short side of the field, split right. Now shifting back in motion is Malquan Stovall back to the right. 2-by-2 the receiver set. Out of the shotgun, Levitt has the snap on third down. Back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, and he escapes a man inside the 10 to the 5, and he's got first and goal. 3 different Longhorns had a chance to get him, and they couldn't stop him. On third and 14, Levitt picks up 16, and it's first and goal, Arizona State.
Yeah, they lost their rush lanes, and then Michael Tabb had a chance, a lunge at him, couldn't get him, and goodness gracious, without Scattaboo on the field, Levitt makes the play.
First and goal, Arizona State at the Texas 3-yard line. Here in overtime, Scattaboo is back on the field now. Ball on the left hash. Levitt to take the snap from under center. On first and goal. Levitt has the snap. He'll hand it to Scattaboo, and then Scattaboo pounds forward to the 2, and then he went on 4, and he scores. Touchdown. Again, the Longhorns have him and could not bring him down, and he's across. And Arizona State is in front in overtime.
Now, Bill Norton had him, and he just kept the feet churning and rolled right over the top. Never went to the ground and ended up in the end zone.
Yeah, he had him, and then he just kind of, and he was also pulled into the end zone by Kyle Scott, the right guard.
Norton couldn't hold on. And
so now for the conversion, Karsten Kiefer. This is Arizona State's biggest lead of the ball game. They led 3-0 and then trailed all the way until they tied it, and now they have the lead. 31-24, and now the Longhorns know what they have to do. They must score a touchdown and get an extra point to send it to a second overtime.
Unbelievable. I mean, Scadaboo's coming out just about every other play, but he's got 29 carries, 141 yards, 7 catches, 86 yards, and, of course, the 42-yard touchdown pass.
So, as it stands now, Texas knows it has to score and add an extra point to tie it to get it to a second overtime. Longhorns will start on the right hash at the Sun Devil 25-yard line. In the backfield for Texas on first down, shotgun snap. Ewers throws to the right, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Juan Davis, and Keith Adams, he broke it up. It is second down and 10.
Yeah, threw that behind Davis. He never really had a chance to make that catch.
Jane Blue checks out, and Travian Weissner back on the field. Ball was at the 25-yard line, and it is second down and 10. The Longhorns must score a touchdown and add the extra point in overtime to get it to a second overtime. They trailed 31-24. Quinn Ewers out of the shotgun on second down. Ewers the snap, turns and hands it to Weissner. In trouble. He's going to go down. At the 25, no gain on the play. And it'll bring up third down. Jacob Rich Pungaika on the tackle. And it's third down and 10.
Just unable to get anything going in the run game, and now you obviously have 2 plays to get it.
So third down and 10 at the 25. DeAndre Moore's wide left. Ryan Wingo on the tight end. Gunnar Hellman slots on the left. Matthew Golden on the short side of the field, split right. From the right hash mark at the Arizona State 25-yard line. Third down and 10 for Texas here in overtime. Ewers sends a man in motion, has the snap. Quinn pumps, looks, swings it out left side. Ball caught by Moore, 25, but he ran out of bounds. He turned outside instead of inside and only picked up 2 yards. And now the Longhorns have to convert on fourth down or they'll lose the ball game.
He tried that pump and it wasn't there, and so just went to his outlet and more.
So it comes down to this. It's fourth down and 8. The ball at the 23-yard line of Arizona State. The Longhorns must convert. Ball on the left hash of the Sun Devil 23-yard line. Fourth down and 8 for Texas. Ewers from the shotgun has the snap, and now flags come down. And did Texas move again?
False start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty, fourth down.
That one on Calvin Banks. So now, it's fourth down and 13. The ball is at the 28-yard line. The Longhorns, at the very least, have to reach the Arizona State 15-yard line. It's fourth down and 13. Ewers out of the shotgun with 2 receivers out wide right. Blitz look from Arizona State. Quinn in the gun. Ready to take the snap. Has the snap. Fourth and 13. Ewers looking. Fires. He's got Golden open. He caught it. Touchdown, Texas. Matthew Golden strikes again. 28 yards on fourth down and 13. And the Longhorns score a touchdown.
Matthew Golden just ran right by everybody. They had safety help over the top with Alford, and Golden just split them.
So now for the extra point, Bert Auburn to tie it to get this to overtime number 2. Out of the hold of Michael Kern and the snap from Lance St. Louis to get this to a second overtime. Good snap and hold. Auburn's kick is good, and this game heads to a second overtime. Tied at 31. And now Texas will go on offense first in overtime number 2.
Think about what ASU did on a 3rd and 16, the Levitt scramble, and then Texas down to one play on 4th down and a perfect throw and catch from Quinn Ewers to Matthew Golden. And Golden having a monster game here in Atlanta. He's at 149 yards receiving now.
Will Matthews, how about that play on 4th down and 13?
Well, my gut and my heart was in my throat there at a moment, but as the sure hands of Golden come down with it, this Texas team, even though there has been adversity throughout the season, they have always found a way to fight back. Even when talking with Sark, he just raves about how these guys are able to quick change, focus, and get ready for whatever happens and comes their way. Looking forward to Texas doing this, and wow, Texas likes to make it dramatic.
Now they have to set the tone here as they'll get the possession at the other end.
They'll go the other end toward the Texas fan-friendly end of the field. And the Longhorns will have the ball first here in overtime number 2. Now again, a review. In the second overtime, if your team scores a touchdown, it is compelled to go for 2. It's not an option. You score a touchdown, you are forced to go for a 2-point conversion. And should this game extend to a 3rd overtime, then you go to straight on 2-point conversions until you determine a winner. 1st and 10. Texas at the Arizona State 25-yard line. They'll line up in the pistol. Weisner, the deep back, play action. Ewers looking to throw. Steps up, fires downfield for him. He caught it. Touchdown, Texas. Back-to-back plays. And this time, Gunnar Helm catches the touchdown pass from Quinn Ewers, and the Longhorns are back in front.
Ewers doing a great job. There was some heat coming. He stepped up in the pocket and then threw a strike to Gunnar Helm. How about his last 2 throws? A 4th down touchdown and then a double overtime touchdown to give Texas the lead.
Now the Longhorns have to go for 2 per rule. Well, they'll go for 2 here with Jaden Blue as the man in the pistol for Texas. He's the back behind Quinn Ewers. 2 receivers out wide right, 1 on the short side, split left. Out of the pistol. Ewers to take the snap. Shifts Blue to his right now. Has the snap. Ewers rolls right, looks, fires for the end zone. It is caught for the 2-point conversion. Guess who? Matthew Golden. A 2-point conversion catch, and Texas leads 39-31.
Now they rolled Ewers out, and then they had layers of receivers, and the deepest one was Golden in the back of the end zone. And once again, over Alford, those strong hands from Matthew Golden to catch for the 2-pointer.
I think you did say, Will, golden hands of Matthew, they come through again.
Once again, and I always say this, big players, and everybody says this, big players make big plays in big moments. If you can't get up for the Peach Bowl so that you can be center stage nationally and do your thing, you're not playing the right sport. And that guy today is definitely playing the right sport. Thankful for him and his contributions to this Texas team.
Now, can the Longhorn defense answer the call one more time and get a stop to win this game? Arizona State starts at the Texas 25-yard line. Cam Scadaboo is out there. He's offset to the left side of the quarterback, Sam Levitt. Sun Devils 1st and 10 of the Texas 25 here in overtime number 2. And off play action, back to throw. There's a pass to Scadaboo. He caught it inside the 15. He's got a 1st down. Scadaboo out of the backfield with a catch, and he picks up 13 yards down to the Texas 12-yard line before Anthony Hill can bring him down.
Well, just a little play action. They run some deep routes. He gets underneath, nobody around. And boy, if anybody you want to track, it's number 4.
So it's 1st down for Arizona State at the Texas 13-yard line. We're in the second overtime here in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl quarterfinal round of the college football playoff. Texas leading 39-31. Levitt off the right hash, out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. Turns, Play action, looks to throw, looks, under pressure, scrambles, throws, and throws it away. He's able to get rid of it. Had Anthony Hill bearing down on him. It's incomplete.
Once again, though, Levitt able to avoid a sack and a big loss.
So now it's 2nd down and 10. The ball is at the Texas 12-yard line. Scattaboo will flex out as a receiver. There are 3 receivers, including Cam Scattaboo, out to the right, 2 to the left. It's an empty set with Levitt to take the snap out of the shotgun. On 2nd down and 10, now Scattaboo will shift back into the backfield, and he'll line up on the left side of Levitt. On 2nd down, turns, it's a handoff, Scattaboo, and he's hit hard at the line, drives forward to the 10-yard line. Alfred Collins wrapping his arms around him. It's a 2-yard gain. Now, for Arizona State, it is 3rd down and 8. Ball is at the Texas 10-yard line here. 3rd down and 8 for the Sun Devils. Scattaboo remains in the backfield. He's offset. He'll actually line up in the pistol directly behind Levitt. 3 receivers out wide left for ASU. Now Scattaboo shifts to the left side of the quarterback, Sam Levitt. On 3rd down, play action. Levitt looks, fires for the end zone. It's intercepted! Picked off! Intercepted! Andrew Makuba! This ball game is over! Texas is going to the Final Four! The Longhorns win it in double overtime! 39-31!
And they extend that streak of turnovers in the most dramatic fashion. Andrew Makuba, one of many transfers that wanted to make a difference at the University of Texas, and he did just that. Oh my goodness, what a finish for this Longhorn team.
Will Matthews, who's standing right down there, how about your look at Makuba's pick?
You know what? It's just an incredible. The guy has been focused all season. What he's been able to do for this team, the passion he has brought to the defensive backfield, and that was such a pretty pick. He jumps up, perfect timing, and I think he is now tied with Jahdae Barron. They've been fighting this whole year to see who wins the most picks, and I'm so thankful. They're very, very tied today. What a great pick. Great job, Texas. Great win.
You are right. It is the 5th interception of the season. Andrew Makuba is awarded the turnover sword as the football is placed on the sword. The Longhorns celebrate their 13th win of the
down the field, 3 plays, 75 yards, just like that.
So 1st down, Billy Gabriel, pistol formation. He's got James behind him. He gives him the ball going right, trying to get outside, didn't get the edge. And there's the guy we worried about, Cody Simon, linebacker with great linebacker speed. Takes him down for basically a 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, you look at the 2 inside linebackers, Sonny Styles and Cody Simon. Very speedy, athletic linebackers that can make plays.
Holden goes way out to the left. Tez Johnson inside of him. Tight end to the right back to throw. Gabriel, quick throw out. Catch, Tez bobbles it and then falls for about 3, maybe 4 to the 29-yard line. And that ball was nearly popped up in the air. He tried to catch it and turn.
Reached that back out with a paw to be able to pull that thing in, and then tries to get up the field, but too many Ohio State defenders had a chance to rally to the ball.
3rd down and 6 from the 29-yard line. Gabriel. 2 receivers each way for him. Running back clears out of the backfield, empty backfield. Gabriel to throw. Pressure. Throws it outside. James going to get it, try to get it upfield. He will not get the 1st down to the 34-yard line. Little swing out of the backfield. Kind of a little wheel route, and it wasn't enough. It'll be 4th and 1.
Well-covered receivers downfield, so he had to go to his safety valve out in the flat. That was Jordan James, and when he caught that ball, he got north-south as quick as he could, but about a yard short of a 1st down, and if Oregon punts this away, you're putting it back in Ohio State's hands after that lightning-quick touchdown drive they had.
Duck Schilling, they're going to spread it out, but now come back in for the punt. At his own 25-yard line. Here's a snap. Good punt, very high, somewhat deep. Fair catch called for and taken at the 22-yard line. And that is Brandon Ennis, 13 returns this year, as long as 36, so if you play him safe, he's not going to do much damage. But Oregon's first opportunity, couldn't do anything with it. Ohio State's had the ball for 3 plays, got 7 on a 75-yard drive. And the Buckeyes get the ball when we come back. A 44-yard punt, no return. We are 12-10 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Ohio State on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to our Country Financial broadcast booth here in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Jerry Allen Jorge and Dusty Harrod down on the sideline with our Toyota sideline mic. Dusty, Oregon's defense has seen 3 plays, all passes, and I think I heard you mention their eye discipline wasn't where it needed to be.
Yeah, on all 3 of those plays, whether it was the outside screen where they try to get aggressive and jump the screen to Ohio State, very effective with that in their game against Tennessee, and the smoke screens to soften things up, and a great call by Chip Kelly there. But you should have that help coming in back behind to account for that tight end releasing upfield. The next play, Jorge said it when it happened, Will Howard had room to run, and so they went with the run fake on the play action, the small bootleg that came out. Luckily for Oregon, it was an incompletion, but then when you have Jeremiah Smith leaking across back of the formation, you got to account where number 4 is at all times, and they lost Jeremiah Smith back behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, and that's something that Dusty just mentioned right there, perfect timing. That's what Ohio State, I think, finally figured out with Tennessee. Get the ball in Jeremiah Smith's hands. He's the best receiver, frankly, and Oregon has some great ones. Best receiver on the field as a true freshman. Big body, fast, got it to him, up the field he went. Everything happened so fast. The Toyota drive summary for Ohio State was 3 plays, 75 yards in a minute. 45-yard touchdown reception by Jeremiah Smith, and the extra point has Ohio State right now ahead. 12-10 left here in the first quarter, 7-0.
And they have not run the ball yet. Quinshon Judkins, the running back to the left of Will Howard. He's got 3 receivers, kind of a little bunch to the left. Now one of those in motion, the tight end out to the right, 2 guys each way, and back to throw right away. Looking downfield, has time, wants to go deep, and it is caught at the 50-yard line going down at the Oregon 49. He just out-jumped everybody.
3 defenders and Jeremiah Smith. And that ball somewhat up for grabs. Jeremiah Smith comes up with it.
28 yards on the pass play from Howard to the Oregon 49-yard line. Well thrown ball by Howard. It was up there, but 3 guys around Smith. Nobody could go up with him and get the ball. First down at the 49. They still have yet to run the ball. 2 receivers come out to the left. And here's the first handoff. Up the middle goes Judkins. Not going to get much. Maybe a yard to the 48-yard line. Harmon and Betcher are the 2 Ducks there on the stop.
Yeah, Betcher shot up into the hole right off the bat, made that play. Harmon was able to come in and help out. So Ohio State's first run play, be interesting to see if they stick with it or go back to the pass, which has been really effective.
Second down and 9 from the 48-yard line. Howard from the shotgun. Sends a motion man further out, back to throw right away. Quick throw out, catch made. Way too much of a cushion to Smith. They're giving him a lot of room, and that was a big area he sat down in with nobody near him, and Howard plenty of time to get him the ball at the 36-yard line.
That's what happens when you make plays early. you all of a sudden get in the defender's head, and they've got to give you that cushion because you don't want to get beat deep. And when you give too much cushion, they take advantage of it with that intermediate pass right there. Boy, Ohio State just moving the ball with ease against this Oregon defense early.
12 yards on that play. Way out to the right goes Ibuka. Great receiver as well. Now 2 receivers each way as the tight end split out. And here's a throw again. Howard back to throw. Over the middle, goes deep and overthrew his intended receiver. Wanted to get it to Carnell Tate. And that ball was way too high.
Yeah, he threw it with too much loft instead of throwing it on a line to Carnell Tate. It looked like Savage running across in coverage with him, Kobe Savage. You got to throw that ball on a dart, on a beeline. Instead, he threw it a little bit high and over the top. But plenty of time for Will Howard to throw back there. Really no pass rush yet by this Oregon defense.
Trips right. Henderson in the backfield to the left of Howard. So 4 receivers, 3 right, 1 left on 2nd down and 10. Howard with a snap. Back to throw off play action again. Time, pressure, gets away. Now going to be hit and goes down. I'm not sure if it'll be a sack. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, but Tuioti and Birch team up to bring him down, and it looked for a moment like he was going to get free.
Yeah, good coverage downfield, but they kept him in that cage, in that pocket, so nobody ran past him. He didn't have a free lane up the middle to run, and Oregon closed in quickly.
Innes, a receiver, out to the right along with Tate, and Smith comes alone left to the short side of the field. 3rd down and 10 from the Duck 36. Howard ready for the snap. Got it. Straight drop to throw. Pressured, gets hit, and will throw the ball incomplete. He was in the grasp of Jordan Birch, and he's fortunate to throw that ball away into the ground. It will be 4th down, and Ohio State will bring the field goal team on. It will be Joe McGuire. No, that's a punt team. Yeah, they're going to punt. Anyway, it would appear.
It's kind of no man's land there at the 36-yard line. If you do a field goal, it's a 53-yarder.
Yeah.
And if you miss it, Oregon has great field position, so I think they want to pin Oregon and see if their defense could do the job.
Tez stands at the 10-yard line, and McGuire waiting for the punt. Snap to him. He will punt it. Punts it short. Going to bounce probably inside the 5 and be into the end zone. Ducks get a break there because Ohio State had a man right down there. And was it Downs or Styles? Styles, who could have really caught that ball and knocked it down inside the 1-yard line, but it bounced away from him. Oregon catches a break. We'll get the ball at the 25, and we'll get the timeout. 9:27 left here in this first quarter. Oregon's defense seems to have settled down a little bit. They'll get the ball back for the offense. Oregon was not effective first time, but they're feeling out the defense of Ohio State as well. It's early here at the Rose Bowl. Ducks down 7-0 in our Country Financial broadcast booth. We're in the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
Buy one, get one for $1 breakfast on favorites like toasty bagel sandwiches, hash browns, and more. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When you buy a new house, you might say,
"Shut the front door."
"Winning!"
No, seriously. Shut the front door. We own this house now.
But you actually need to say,
"Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there."
That's right. The local State Farm agent is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
Welcome to my crib. No one says that anymore, but I don't care.
So just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Ducks.
Turn back, give it to James. Up the middle, inside 2-1. Did he get there? Yes!
Buckeyes.
Jordan James.
That sends a message to me.
Live from the Rose Bowl, from the Country Financial broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen. Here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Thank you in our first quarter, presented by State Farm. And thank you to McKenzie Willamette Medical Center. Your community hospital since 1955. Caring for our community is what we do best. Let's go downstairs. Our Toyota sideline, Mike Dusty Hara. Well, settling in, I guess that is maybe emotion a little too high, too tight, or you as a player, Oregon was as well. What are you thinking in a big game like this early?
The whole rest versus rust conversation that's been had around this Oregon team and having 25 days off and not playing football while Ohio State was playing just 10 days ago against the University of Tennessee, it takes a little while. You get a little bit amped up to be back out on the field. It appeared that way for the defense, and they settled in to hold for a punt. Now it's the offense's turn. Second crack at it. We'll see how they settle in from the initial look that they got from that Ohio State defense. It's amped up.
Amped up. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell what Ohio State has done with the big plays on their first couple of drives. Oregon ended up stiffening it up there, made the stop, got the forced the punt for Ohio State, and actually get decent field position at the 20 instead of deep in their own territory. But right now, Ohio State averaging 13 yards a play in the game so far. And that's because they've had 3 really big plays to go with the touchdown by Jeremiah Smith.
Well, Ducks get the ball back. Dylan Gabriel at his own 20-yard line instead of the 25. That's after a kickoff, not a punt. Comes out to the 20. Tight formation. Receivers in close for Gabriel. With Jordan James set up to his left. Now the receivers all spread out. Inside to the inside receivers, tight ends. In fact, a lot of tight ends out there. Empty backfield. Gabriel, quick screen pass, throw it over, catch. Made James across the 20 to about the 23. Mark at the 22, so a very short gain on the screen pass of only 2 yards.
Yeah, the speed of that Ohio State defense to get out there and cover that screen is pretty amazing. Caleb Downs is really the guy that blows it up. Went right in on Patrick Herbert, just hit him and backed him up, and it really disrupted the play.
Way out to the left, Holden. 2 receivers inside of him. One of those, the tight end Ferguson, back to the formation on 2nd down and 8. Back to throw Gabriel. Time, steps, throws. His arm was hit, and it goes incomplete. He got hit by Tui Molau. Just got in just enough time to get the hand on the arm, and the ball floated into the air. Going to try to throw it out of the left flat and try to get yardage after the catch.
And Oregon pretty fortunate that ball hits the ground before it goes to an Ohio State player. So Oregon 3rd down here again, 3rd and 8.
Ferguson, the lone receiver to the right. 3 receivers swung out to the left. Empty backfield again as they send Sadiq out. 2 tight ends out on the right. 3 wide receivers to the left. Empty backfield, 3rd and 8. From their 22 to snap. 3-man rush to throw over the middle. It is incomplete. Tez was the intended receiver, and he was kind of bracketed. It was in the middle of some traffic.
Boy.
Ducks going to have to punt it away again.
Right now, when I watch Ohio State's defense against this Oregon offense, they are playing fast and aggressive and very confident right now. Oregon's offense, 2 3-and-outs. Not the way you want to start the game against a team like this, in a big game like this.
Ross James into punt on 4th down and 8 from his own 22. Good snap. No rush. Low line drive punt that's going to bounce out of bounds inside of the 50 of Ohio State. Not a good punt. Out at about the 45-yard line of the Buckeyes, and we'll get a timeout, and Ohio State with a 7-0 lead. Great field position after a 33-yard punt. Well, it's the first quarter presented by State Farm. We're back to the Rose Bowl after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember. Back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son?
Welcome back to the Rose Bowl. 7-0 Ohio State. They'll get the ball back at their own 45. It's the first quarter. It's presented by State Farm and by Toyota. Let's go places. And right now, Howard is 4 of 7 passing, 116 yards. And the touchdown, receivers, Smith, 3 86 yards. It's been their offense so far, Howard and Smith.
It has. I mean, it really has. Oregon was able to get to Howard a little bit that last drive and be able to stop that drive and force a punt to get it back. And too bad there, Ross James. You'd like to see a better punt from somewhat deep in your own territory, but you want to at least flip the field back to the 25, 20-yard line, and instead Ohio State leading 7-0 here, 8:36 left in the first quarter. It's going to have excellent field position to begin this drive.
Ducks, last time, able to force a punt, so the defense seems to have settled in a little bit. But right now, Ohio State, and this is a situation where if you're inside your 10-yard line, you have few options.
Yeah.
You're out here, you got a lot of options.
A lot of options, yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is the perfect opportunity here after an exchange to go for it all. Throw a bomb and see if you can get a quick 7 at midfield.
Trevion Henderson will come in with Will Howard out of that shotgun. And Howard will send Egbuka way out to the right, tied in inside of him, and the dangerous Jeremiah Smith comes alone to the left on first down. And 10. Back to throw immediately. Howard dumps it over the middle, and Buka with a catch. Had to go a little high for it, but a very quick slant from the right side in gets him a quick 8 yards. Just across Oregon's 46.
Nico Reed in coverage.
Ohio State running a little tempo offense. Ready for the snap. Got it. Going to hand it off. Trying to get outside Henderson. Gets hit hard. And will get the first down, but just by a yard to the Duck 42-yard line. Tysheem Johnson, one of the Ducks, had come up to help out. There were like 2 or 3 others. But a first down, Ohio State. Slowed the tempo down a little bit. Make some substitutions. Egbuka and Tate stay out to the right. Smith again comes out to the left.
And Tate, sometimes underrated, not recognized for his skills because of the other 2 receivers.
Howard back to throw off play action. Down the middle, going deep. Smith's there. Egbuka caught it. Touchdown. Right between 2 Ducks who were there. Egbuka with a catch for the touchdown on a long explosion play again. And Oregon's secondary defensively just playing tight.
Yeah. I mean, you run down the middle of the field like that, and Egbuka's an excellent wide receiver, but Oregon has guys in position. They just don't find the ball, and Will Howard puts it right on the money. You got to be as deep as the deepest, and Oregon wasn't, and it just opened up. The middle of the field opened up like the Red Sea, and that's where Egbuka ran.
Extra point coming up. McGuire, or rather Fielding, makes it a 14-0 Ohio State lead. And they look in rhythm. Sharp, no doubt. Dusty Hare down to the sideline, our Toyota sideline, Mike. Oregon just seems tight, like they're not playing loose, relaxed football.
Yeah, and the threat of Jeremiah Smith on that play, safety Kobe Savage was on the near hash over here, and they were one-on-one. Jabbar Muhammad with the Jeremiah Smith, and he ran a little corner route to the outside, and Kobe Savage went for help over the top. Emeka Egbuka on the post right back behind it. The teaching point on that for the quarterback is if that safety vacates, replace him right down that hash, and that was a nice throw by Will Howard because Brandon Johnson was in place. He had to put it right over BJ's head to get it to Egbuka.
Absolutely did. Too deep. Egbuka ran it right up the middle. Brandon Johnson couldn't get there, and the ball was right on the money, just like it should be.
14-0, 7:31 left here in this first quarter. Buckeyes will kick it off, approach the ball, right foot into it, going to go high and deep into the end zone, and will come out to the 25-yard line.
Give you a quick Toyota drive summary for Ohio State. 3 plays, 53 yards after the excellent field position in a minute 5. Egbuka, 42-yard touchdown reception from Howard. Fielding's extra point. And again, that was after an Oregon 31-yard punt. It's Ohio State 14 to Oregon nothing. 7:31 left here in the first quarter. Boy, Will Howard just freewheeling out there, and Chip Kelly just giving him basically whatever he wants to do out there, and they're throwing it all over the place.
Well, 5 yards rushing for Ohio State. They haven't needed to run the ball. Here's snap, options, and the reverse. Tez coming right. Need to cut it outside, can't do it. Loses yardage, and I'll tell you what, Ohio State's defense seems to know what Oregon's going to do.
Not fooled, and right now they look like the faster team out there. They just look, the speed of Ohio State's defense just looks so much quicker today, right now, than Oregon's offense.
Tez and Holden come way out to the right side. To the left side, Evan Stewart on 2nd down and 11 after the 1 yard loss. Gabriel back to throw. Quick throw over to Tez. Try to spin it upfield to go out of bounds. Across the 27. Get it to the 28 before he's pushed out of bounds.
But I'll tell you, when you don't do anything to put this defense on their heels, they're just coming full speed at you. This is Oregon's third down opportunity here, but it's 3rd and 8. Not 3rd and 3 or 4, it's 3rd and 8. Ohio State's defense has been that good on 1st and 2nd down.
3 receivers go out to the left. Way out there is Ferguson. 2 receivers come right, empty backfield on 3rd and 8. Gabriel's 2 men in motion come back to the formation and set up. Snap and back to throw the ball. Gabriel sets with time, now throws. Got his Ferguson. Ferguson tries, gets to the first down with 2nd and 3rd effort. Caught the ball about 4 yards short of the first down, and then it was all on him.
Boy, Ohio State is not giving anything up deep. Really forcing Dalen Gabriel to look, and go to your 3rd and 4th option. That's who Terrence Ferguson was in that case, and he's able to power his way to a first down.
First down of the ballgame for Oregon's offense. 5:53 remaining, first quarter. 14-0 Ohio State, and you just feel and sense that Oregon has got to put together a drive. Trips out to the right. The snap. Handed off. James goes outside. Nice run across the 45 and out of bounds. First down up to the 47-yard line. Jordan James showed some speed. He got outside that rush heads for 11 yards.
Made the quick decision and went. And that's the key there. When you see that open field, go to it as quick as you can.
Justice Lowe way out to the right. Receiver inside of him. Now Tez goes left. Gabriel, snap. Play action to throw. Steps back, wants to go deep. Going way down for Tez, and it is defended and incomplete.
Just a little bit underthrown, and Igbenogson hits him right in the head and bounces straight up in the air. Oregon went big there. Looked like Tez maybe had a step, but Jerry, it was going to have to be a perfectly thrown ball.
So Igbenogson was actually I didn't think turned around and saw the ball. Hit him in the back of the helmet. Incomplete.
Didn't have to, but also didn't interfere on the play.
Did not interfere, yeah. 2nd down and 10. Trips right. Actually, 4 receivers out to the right. Now Ferguson in motion back and hands it to James going right. Trying to get a cutback lane. Nothing there. He'll lose 2 yards back to the 45.
Yeah, Ty Hamilton, number 58, just blew that up on the inside. No cutback lanes. It's a wasted play at that point in time, but it was Ty Hamilton who really blew that one up.
Justice Lowe going to go way out to the left. Ferguson and Tez. Tez will go out left with Lowe. Ferguson way out to the right. That's the short side of the field on 3rd down and 12.
Behind the chains again.
Yeah, Gabriel looks to the sideline for the play call. Got it. So twins each way. Running back to the right. Snap and back to throw. Quick throw. Catch made. Holden goes up the field, but way short of the first down. Got it across the 50 to the 49, but it's going to be 4th down. 4th down, and Oregon will bring the punt team on. 14-0 Ohio State. And they will get the ball back. Brandon Ennis will go deep inside the 10. Last punt from Ross James was not great. And not James. This is Luke Dunn. Dunn to punt. On 4th down and 6. Good snap. Gets a foot away. Gets a punt away. It's kind of a low line driver that's going to bounce. Go out of bounds. They're at the 10-yard line. Oregon was down there to defend. If they got one more good bounce, it might have gone inside the 10, but still field position. Oregon gets it back, pins Ohio State deep at their own 9-yard line. Not as easy when you're this deep to make the kind of plays they've been making.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a little more conservative on the play call here, but do they? I mean, they're playing so free right now, they may just go ahead and fool you and do something you don't expect.
40 yards on the punt. No return, so the 9-yard line for Ohio State when we come back. It's the first quarter, presented by State Farm. 3:43 remaining here in the first quarter, and Oregon down 14-0 to Ohio State. We'll take the break and come back to our Country Financial broadcast booth after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
This is ludicrous.
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
You've heard the phrase, listen to your heart. Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center couldn't agree more. Listening to your heart could help you survive a heart attack. The signs can be very subtle, so paying attention matters. The common signs of a heart attack are chest pain, nausea, dizziness, and shortness of breath. If you ever experience any of them, call 911 right away. To learn more, visit mckweb.com. Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center is owned in part by physicians.
By State Farm, the Rose Bowl here in Pasadena, California. Surprisingly clear day. Yesterday when we were here for setup, it was pretty smoggy. I mean, you couldn't see the San Gabriels real well. Right now, well, it's getting a little smoggier as we talk, but this morning when we came in, it
was beautiful.
Almost as clear as the air in Eugene.
Yeah.
Well,
it was beautiful.
Okay, not nearly
well,
clear.
it was a clean day compared to what we'd had the first 5 or 6 days that I've been down here anyway, with the fog and the smog or whatever you want to call it. But it's nice to be able to see the mountains. Beautiful sunshine today. Feels good. Hey, you talk about two players that are 6 for 9. Dylan Gabriel is 6 of 9, and Will Howard is 6 of 9. But Dylan Gabriel's for 30 yards, and Will Howard's for 165 and 2 touchdowns. Big difference in those 6 for 9s right now.
Big explosion plays. Well, they haven't run the ball very much. Let's see if Howard and Ohio State give Henderson or Judkins a chance to try to do something on the ground. Judkins beside to the left of Howard. 2 receivers. Way out to the right. One of those Smith. The other one that motion comes across from Tate. Going to pitch it left. Judkins going left. Trying to cut it back. Gets a little cutback lane. Gets 5 quick yards, but Savage meets him and takes him down at the 14-yard line. Looking for that cutback on the left side of the field. Going from our right to our left is Ohio State. And they got a good 5 yards. 2nd down and 5.
Been playing ahead of the chains all day here so far. Ohio State has and Oregon hasn't.
Smith goes way out to the right. From the shotgun, Howard. Hand it off again. Hole up the middle, but tackled almost immediately. A 1-yard gain. I'm about to tell you, there was a hole, and it closed in a hurry. Harmon was off to the side when that hole was open. He just slid sideways and took Judkins down.
Yeah, I thought Judkins was going to pop out the other side and get big yardage. Instead, Harmon just buried him at the 15.
So basically no gain. 3rd down and 5. Make it 3rd down and 4. A yard pickup. Howard from the shotgun. Trips right. 1 receiver alone to the left. Howard ready. Snap. Back to throw. Looks middle, looks left, going downfield to the left, and it's going to be caught. Smith, he just waits for the ball. When he sees it gets close, he just dives out and catches it.
Well covered, but it looked like he almost got his hand on Dante Manning, and then right when the ball gets there, he creates some separation. Able to kind of get that little bit of a push off.
Quick play, hand it off, going left side, big pile across the 50. It'll be about a 3, maybe a 4-yard pickup on the run as Ohio State goes tempo.
But you saw that, Jerry, on the replay, right?
Yep, he's famous for doing that, too. He's known
great
for doing that.
And it's not so obvious that you're willing to throw a flag, and yet a referee could there. I could see why he didn't, but it's just a great play by a wonderful, a high-level wide receiver in Jeremiah Smith.
5 yards on the run. Howard. Turn. Play action fake, rolling right to throw. Swings it out too far for Smith this time. Johnson was trailing, but if that ball's thrown better, that's a catch probably for a first down.
Yeah, I think Jordan Burch was in pursuit of Will Howard, and he's not great when he's under pressure, and that was the case right there. He threw that ball a little bit high to an open receiver out in the flat. So third down again here for Oregon, an opportunity to get off the field defensively.
Bryson Rogers, wide receiver to the left. 2 other guys go right now. 2 receivers each way. Buka, one of those to the left. Twins each way. Howard on 3rd and 5. Howard with a low snap, picks it up. Looks middle, throws it over the middle. It's caught, first down. Buka makes it nice, nifty move at about the 38 and goes all the way inside to the 32-yard line. Mark it at the 33.
Right now, Will Howard, this Ohio State offense, is carving up Oregon's defense.
15 yards on the pass play on 3rd and 5. No pressure on Howard. He's got time. 1:07 left first quarter. 14-0 Ohio State. Tate goes out to the right. To the left, I believe Smith. Handoff. No, Howard kept it. Going to go right. Got pulled down almost immediately. Mateo Uyunglele probably is faster than Howard is. Came up from behind him and made that play for a very short game.
Well, this almost feels like I'm watching a game from 2 weeks ago for Ohio State anyway, against Tennessee. The way that they were so explosive, so quick in that game. And they've caught Oregon a little bit by surprise, too, with their explosiveness. And Oregon just really needs to make a stop on this drive.
2nd down and 10, almost no gain for Howard from the 33 of Oregon. And both backs, one each side of Howard. Wide receiver each way on 2nd and 10. Howard, turn, hand it off. Judkins going left. Trying to get the edge. Will get a little bit and then gets bumped and finally out of bounds inside the 30. Got a couple of more yards after initial contact. Will make it 3rd down and about 4.
I thought Jamari Caldwell was going to be able to get him in the backfield for no gain or even a loss. He's able to get off that and get up the field to bring him a little bit more of a 3rd and short situation. But here we are at the end of the first quarter.
Well, let's check into the first quarter with Dusty when we come back. That's end 1. Our first quarter brought to you by State Farm. 14-0 Ohio State. 3rd down at about 5. We come back to the Rose Bowl. Ohio State with the ball here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Put your phone on D&D. That means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Rose Bowl. Second quarter brought to you by McKenzie Willamette Medical Center. Let's go downstairs to Dusty Heron. I just said it during the break. For Oregon, something has got to change. They've got to get into this game because right now Ohio State just looks better.
Yeah, Ohio State playing fast, playing more physical brand of football. And right now, look, Chip Kelly looked like it was a Chip Kelly offense last time they were out on the field against Tennessee. And they've kind of taken over that identity of a Chip Kelly offense. And the Ducks right now, they just need to settle in. They've, outside of a the big chunk plays. They've been doing a really good job, and you got to get and manufacture that pressure on Will Howard right now. I mean, that's going to be the big thing moving forward is can they speed up his timing because his rhythm is on point right now.
4 explosion plays for Ohio State, all passes, 30 yards, 45, 28, and a 52-yarder. And they're passing the ball, not running it. Rushing yards in this game in the first quarter, Ohio State has 8 first downs, Oregon only 2. Rushing yards, Ohio State 21, Ducks only 7. Passing yards 212 for Ohio State, Ducks have 30. So 233 yards in the first quarter for Ohio State, Oregon with only 37. I was going to say Oregon's offense can't get it going. The Oregon's defense really has not done a job. Right now it's a complete team inefficiency, I guess, on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, to me right now, it's one team that just looks like they're playing so much faster and more confident than the other. And, when you get off to a good start, that certainly helps out with that piece of it. But Ohio State just looks like a different team today than obviously we saw a long time ago, and we saw even during the season.
3rd down and 5 at the Duck 28-yard line. Howard from the shotgun. Back to throw. Time, dumps it short, incomplete. Well defended that time by Jabbar. Muhammad was right there, just knocks the ball away. I think the intended receiver was Smith, Jeremiah Smith.
He was able to cut under and get that inside hand in there to knock that ball down and force a field goal attempt for Ohio State.
Field goal attempt will come from the 36, so a 46-yard try. And Jaden Fielding is 9 of 13 this year. 46 is his longest. So 46-yard try, left hash on 4th down. Snap, placement, kick. It's long enough, and it is good. So he equals his longest field goal of the season and adds 3. It's a 17-0 Ohio State lead here early in the second quarter. I guess still a little bit in shock that Ohio State took that ball down on their first drive in 3 plays to score the first score. And it kind of shook Oregon, I think, a little bit.
I agree, Jerry. I think it immediately put Oregon on their heels defensively. And then when Oregon came out and was 3 and out just like that and gave it back to Ohio State, it just felt like all of a sudden the team that threw the first punch almost kind of stunned Oregon. And Oregon is still somewhat playing in a stunned state, even though it's kind of a moral victory to get a forced field goal attempt and a good field goal attempt by Ohio State there to get to 17. But we're just early in the second quarter, and right now Oregon, not a whole lot of offense, not any big plays. Ohio State averaging 26.5 yards of completion so far in this game.
Well, you know what this offense is capable of, and you know how good the defense has been, so a lot of football have played. They just need to settle in. They'll get their chance now. Here comes the kickoff to get the ball back. This is going to go high. This will go into the end zone. It'll come out 25-yard line. Well, with health plans for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibles, Pacific Source does what's right, not just what's required.
Well, the Toyota drive summary for Ohio State again, unfortunately. 10 plays, 63 yards, and 343, fielding a 46-yard field goal. Ties his career along with that. And Ohio State converted 2 third-down conversions to keep that drive alive. It's Ohio State 17, Oregon nothing, 14:50 left in the first half.
From that pistol, Dylan Gabriel, wideouts each way, going to turn to hand it off. James up the middle, gets hit hard after he gets 3 quick yards. But then he got popped. I mean, I know both players celebrate a lot when they do, or both teams do when they make great plays. Latham Ransom was like, hey, look at me, look what I just did.
Well, usually Jordan James wins that battle right there. Latham Ransom stopped him in his tracks.
2nd down and 8, a 2-yard pickup to the 27-yard line. Ducks need to get some motion, need to get some rhythm. James sets up to the right, now comes back to the left. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 left. Gabriel, give it to James going left. Cut it back, try to get something. It's just not there. Pyle will get him to about the 29-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Just Oregon has done nothing for the most part offensively to put Ohio State's defense on their heels. And what you want to see, if you can get it, is better 1st and 2nd down yardage. That's something Oregon, at least so far here today, has struggled on 1st and 2nd down. Brings up 3rd and about 6.
All 3 receivers go out to the left except for Ferguson. The tight end comes left. Ferguson comes left. 3 receivers out to the right. On 3rd down and 6. Tez comes in motion, turns upfield. Back to throw Gabriel. Over the middle, underthrow, and it was Holden who makes the grab. A throw low, but he went down and got it. Whoa, I thought that ball was going to come off the turf. Holden gets down low. He was the one that came in motion and turned upfield. 12 yards on the pickup. Oregon ready to run the offense.
Nice job catching that ball.
41-yard line on 1st down. Gabriel hands it to James, going right. Cuts it up. Going to get a little, but 2 hard yards again. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
That might have been Downs coming up to make that tackle from the safety position.
Right hash, 43-yard line. We are 17-0 Ohio State here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd quarter brought to you by Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center. Receivers come left, Justice Lowe. Inside receiver. H-back to the left. Snap, give it to James again. Gets hit almost immediately, no gain. Ohio State not fooled at all. I mean, I almost feel like you're saying, okay, we're going to run this play. Ohio State says, yeah, we know what you're going to run.
That play was almost over before it started.
They're right there. So 3rd down and 8 at the 43-yard line. Right hash, empty backfield for Gabriel. 3 receivers come out to the left, 2 to the right. Now back to the formation is Whittington. Sets up beside Gabriel. 3rd and 8. Gabriel. Snap to throw. Quick throw. Tez with a grab, and he gets popped. Short of the 1st down, but he gets up. It's going to be 4th down at the Oregon 48. 4th down and 3. And Oregon's not bringing the punt team on yet. Ducks are going for it on 4th and 3 from their own 48-yard line. 4th down and 3. 2 receivers each way. Ferguson back to the formation. And a whistle blows, and who called timeout? I think Ohio State did. Yeah, they did. So we'll get a chance to think about it, talk about it, and Dan Lanning and his staff will talk about whether or not we still go for it on 4th down now. And Ohio State, I'm a little surprised they called the timeout. I mean, they got a 17-0 lead. It's 4th down and 3, and you got Oregon kind of where you want, 4th and long.
And they've been playing so well, you think they would just let the thing ride.
They want that rhythm of their defensive ability to go, but they do not. We'll take the timeout. Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center, 2nd quarter. Ducks trail 17-0 as we go away from the Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl presented by Prudential here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You've heard the phrase, listen to your heart. Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center couldn't agree more. Listening to your heart could help you survive a heart attack. The signs can be very subtle, so paying attention matters. The common signs of a heart attack are chest pain, nausea, dizziness, and shortness of breath. If you ever experience any of them, call 911 right away. To learn more, visit mckweb.com. Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center is owned in part by physicians.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza. Thank you.
But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Oregon.
Catch, touchdown, yes!
Ohio State.
Stewart with a grab.
From the Country Financial Broadcast Booth, live from the Rose Bowl, alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Thank you. Welcome back to the Rose Bowl. 17-0 Ohio State with the lead, and it has been all Ohio State so far. Oregon's offense has not gotten on track, and a huge 4th down and 4 coming up, and they showed they were going for it before we went to the break because Ohio State called timeout. Duck football brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Jorgie, I don't know if I would consider this a gamble. I think you need to show your offense and your team that you got something, right? Good move.
I mean, 11-16 here in the second quarter, down 17-0. It's kind of dangerous, Jerry, in the way that if you make it, you keep it going along, you got the confidence in your offense, it sends a message. But if you don't, and Ohio State takes over at midfield up by 17, man, it could turn ugly in a hurry. And so just got to keep chugging along and trying to make some plays, and here's an opportunity to make one of those plays.
So 4th down and 3. What does Will Stein dial up here? Trayshawn Holden looks like he's going to go out to the right. Nope, he's going to come left. And Lowe and Tez Johnson go out to the right. Tight end also to the left-hand side. 4th down and 3. Gabriel, motion man, comes all the way left. That's Tez. Back to throw. Gabriel, time, steps, throws. It's almost intercepted. Incomplete. Try to get it to Terrence Ferguson. And he was covered.
I mean, guys are covered all over the place. On the outside, on the inside. About the time you think he's going to have all the time back there that he had, Dylan Gabriel had plenty. There was nobody open. And what you wanted to be careful of right there was throwing it into coverage and all of a sudden having it go the other way on a pick six. But right now, Ohio State, great field position in Oregon territory to start this drive. 11-11 left here in the first half. They lead 17-0.
Last time they had the field position at their own 49. Now at the Oregon 48. Ducks were able to hold him to 3 last time. Way out left goes Smith. Receiver inside of him, trips to the right. Now they shift, and Howard's going to go under center. Under center for the first time. On first down, Howard goes back, hands it off to Judkins, goes right, almost gets through. We'll get a good 4 or 5 first down yards on first down. I don't think that Ohio State has had to play from behind the chains much yet today.
They have not. You're exactly right, Jerry. That's such an advantage offensively to be in a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 situation. You got a lot of different plays that you could call, and again, it's going to be interesting to see when Ohio State decides they want to go for the jugular here up by 17.
Tight formation in motion. Egbuka goes all the way out to the left. Snap back to throw. Howard turns and looks. Wants to go deep down the middle. Wide open Smith. He's caught it. Touchdown. Uncovered. Got behind. Between the hash marks. Drifted out to the right. About the 15-yard line. Nobody near him. Howard just waited. Lofted it to him. And that was an easy 6 points.
Too easy. 5 yards on first down. Will Howard goes back all the time in the world to throw the ball. Kind of a half roll to his left. Looks back to his right. A wide open receiver for a touchdown. And boy, this is not what we expected to see in this game whatsoever.
Not at all. 10:28 remaining second quarter. Lots of football left. Extra point kick coming up. Placement, kick up. And it is good. And we are 24-0 here in the first half. And I'll just say what I know a lot of fans are feeling right now. I'm shocked. Just shocked. Did not expect this ball game to start this way. It has been surprising.
One of the hottest teams coming in after losing to Michigan in that last game of the season. That's a distant memory for these Buckeyes as they came out just firing on all cylinders at home against Tennessee, and they've carried it into this game. There's no doubt about it right now. It's all Ohio State 24-0.
So we'll talk with Dusty Hara and find out from him what adjustments, what does Oregon have to do when we come back. Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center, second quarter. Oregon trails 24-0 here at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota, let's go places.
You've heard the phrase, listen to your heart. Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center couldn't agree more. Listening to your heart could help you survive a heart attack. The signs can be very subtle, so paying attention matters. The common signs of a heart attack are chest pain, nausea, dizziness, and shortness of breath. If you ever experience any of them, call 911 right away. To learn more, visit mckweb.com. Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center is owned in part by physicians.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on! Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota.
Welcome back to the Rose Bowl. It's our second quarter presented by Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center and by BECU, a member-owned, not-for-profit credit union. They're proud to support Oregon athletics and put their members' best interests first. BECU, power the people, insured by NCAA. Membership required. Restrictions apply. Before we get on to Dusty, Jorgie?
Oh, I'll tell you, Ohio State really rolling offensively right now. Toyota drive summary for the Buckeyes. 2 plays, 48 yards. And again, they took over on Oregon's 48 after Oregon went for it on 4th and 3. Was not able to get it. 2 plays later, the Buckeyes find the end zone. A 48-yard touchdown pass from Howard to Jeremiah Smith, and he is having some game here, and obviously some playoff with the game that he had against Tennessee 2 weeks ago. Fielding's extra point. 10:28 left here in the first half. 24-0 Ohio State.
Yeah, Dusty here down on the Toyota sideline. Dusty, what is Oregon not doing, or what do they need to do defensively?
I mean, it just comes down to execution and communication that we've seen so good in the secondary all season long. You're seeing a lot of those lapses, right, where guys are not getting handed off properly. You know, the eye candy of Chip Kelly's offense that Jorgie was talking about in the pregame in the X's and O's. It has put the secondary in fits, just like we saw right there with Jeremiah Smith running a post break and then hitting the corner over to the outside, and he got defensive backs spin all around.
Kickoff coming. Oregon down to our right, Ohio State to our left, so they're kicking sort of into the sun, more southwest than directly west, but it's more of an east-west alignment here at the Rose Bowl. As the approach to the ball, foot into it. Kicks have been going high and deep, and this one will do the same into the end zone. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
I mean, this is, when you kind of think about the way Ohio State's playing right now, this is 5.5 quarters of Oregon's defense struggling, because they struggled 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago against Penn State in the Big Ten championship game. Gave up a lot of big plays, yardage, most of it on the ground, frankly, but some through the air. Today, it's been the Will Howard, Jeremiah Smith show so far. Oregon has got to get something going and get into Ohio State territory here.
And it's got to start with the offense.
Yeah,
you got to get something offensively going. Whittington will set up to the right of Gabriel. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 left. Here's Whittington with the ball. He's stuffed. Back to the line of scrimmage, if that. In fact, he'll lose a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
And there you go, Jerry, behind the chains again. It's been just really tough for this offense to operate in 2nd and 3rd and long. And Ohio State's been a big reason for it, because their defense is just playing tremendous football here in this first half.
2nd and 11, left hash 24-yard line. 2 receivers each way for Gabriel. Whittington to his left. Now he clears empty backfield. Back to throw Gabriel. Quick throw out. Catch made. Tez up and out of bounds. Short of the first down. He'll go out at the 31. Manageable now. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the quick passing game.
Yeah. Well, when you haven't been able to run it, it really doesn't force the safeties in the defensive secondary to have to crowd the line of scrimmage to honor the run. They've been able to play pass defense pretty well because of that.
2 receivers each way. Justice Lowe, one of those out to the right. 2 of 6 in 3rd downs for Oregon. 2 of 6 in 3rd downs. Trailing 24-0 on 3rd down and 4th, our own 31-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. H-back to the left, Ferguson. Back to throw, Gabriel. Sets, looks, pressure comes, runs away from it. Now will throw, and it is incomplete. Just slipped down. That ball probably closer to being caught by Caleb Downs. It was down low and was not going to be completed. It'll be 4th down. Pressure that time on Gabriel forced him out of the pocket. But coverage downfield for Ohio State's just been too good. Deep, Brandon Innes, about his own 28-yard line. Ducks will punt from their own 31 on 4th down and 4. Snap good. Foot into it. End over ender. Not real deep. It's going to be out of bounds. And this one's going to come up the sideline a bit. And again, not a very good punt for Oregon. Probably outside the 30 at the 34-yard line. So field position not bad for Ohio State, and right now Oregon's defense has got to step up. Otherwise, this ball game could be getting close to out of reach in the first half. It's never over till it's over. But Oregon's got to show something. 35 yards on that punt. Not much working right for Oregon today as they trail 24-zip with 8:59 remaining in this second quarter. Brought to you by McKenzie Willamette Medical Center on Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is, this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know. But when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. Know. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. Know by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the second quarter, brought to you by McKenzie Willamette Medical Center. And Duck footballs are brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud supporter of Oregon athletics. Together, nothing as powerful as the power of us. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Here in our Country Financial broadcast booth, Jerry Allen, Mike Jorgensen, Dusty Hara, cast of thousands behind them. Okay, maybe 3 or 4. Okay. They just seem like thousands because they do so much.
No doubt about that.
Dusty here down the sideline, Toyota sideline. Mike, we're looking for Jordan James, and you said it didn't look like he was on the sideline?
Yeah, he did head up the tunnel, and we're not quite sure what the injury was that he sustained, but Jordan James unable to find him on the sidelines right now, and obviously that of big concern for this Oregon offense that's looking to get their rhythm and looking to run the ball more effectively.
Need a big play. Need a big play, one way or the other, offensively or defensively.
How about a turnover? Just something to give you a little bit of a heartbeat, to have that pulse, because right now, Ohio State, again, Jerry, we were talking about during the timeout, we're not going to sugarcoat it. Right now, they own both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
In this game. I mean, yardage, everything goes with it.
Howard, snap, turn, hand it off. Henderson's going to go outside, got the edge, and here he goes. I don't know. 30, 20, 10, touchdown Ohio State.
Holy moly.
I am shocked. Just shocked. It is 30-0, and we're still middle of the second quarter. You almost just have to let the Ohio State crowd cheer and listen to them because they've earned it right now.
I don't know what to say.
It's out of words.
And you're the number one team in the country, undefeated coming into this game. And you're down by 31, and there's still half of a second quarter to go.
Extra point kick coming up. Buckeyes, snap, place, kick up, and it's good. It is 31-0 with 8:47 remaining here in the second quarter. And it's just odd to say, okay, Oregon defensively and offensively just needs something to happen. A big play. Need a big play. You said fumble, turnover. Instead, the very first play, it's a touchdown run of what? 70-some yards? 66. All right, close. But Oregon just playing out of rhythm, out of step. Just not the Duck team that we have seen play all year.
And the Buckeyes want to put an exclamation point on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, that loss in Oregon has been salt on the wound for a long time, and they want to prove to the country that they are the better of the teams and that they should have been playing in the Big Ten championship game, at least against Oregon or somebody else. And they're showing it here today, by all means. Ryan Day, Chip Kelly, this Ohio State defense just taking it to Oregon right now.
And the offense as well. Extra for the kickoff going into the end zone again. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Duck football brought to you by Oregon Bigfoot Beverages and Pepsi. And the Pepsi Go Ducks Game Day app. Download the app and follow the Ducks. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
And they will not take their foot off the gas pedal. I can tell you that right now. That drive summary, Toyota drive summary for Ohio State, one play, 66 yards in 10 seconds. 66-yard touchdown run by Travion Henderson.
First down, Oregon, our own 25. Snap, and Whittington's going to get stuffed. He'll lose yardage. Tui Moloau is the first of several Buckeyes to hit Whittington. 2-yard loss. Oregon has just generated zero offense.
Line of scrimmage belongs to Ohio State right now.
On both sides
all
of the ball.
Game long so far.
Second down at 12. Two receivers come out left. On second and 12, left hash Gabriel. Holding in motion all the way to the right. Snap back to throw, Gabriel. Pressured, dotted down. Pass batted down. Going to try to go with a little screen to the right-hand side. And
Jack Sawyer.
Sawyer just got up into the air, swatted it down. He does that a lot. He's really good at that. Jack Sawyer, 6'5", 260. 51 tackles, 6 sacks, an interception, 2 fumble recoveries. He just plays all over the place.
I was thinking the same thing, Jerry. It seems like I've seen him do that countless times during the season.
Third down and 12. Gabriel trips right. Snapping back to throw. 4-man rush. Has time. Looks. Throws. Almost picked. It was caught, but was the inbounds. Yeah, I think it was an incomplete pass. Downs was there. Holden was the intended receiver, but the ball was out of bounds. So to go back to Ohio State on fourth down, Oregon will punt it away. This Ohio State crowd is overly energized now, and their team is just feeding off of it.
They're in a frenzy. I would be too.
7:57 remaining. Deep, Brandon Ennis. Snap, good. Not a big rush. Bad punt, low to the right-hand side. Coming up and making the grab on the 39-yard line. Say a bad punt again. No height to it at all and not much distance. And Ohio State will have great field position again. Just short of their own 40-yard line. 38 yards on the punt. Oregon has not found any part of their game so far today, Jordan.
Nothing.
The punting game, special teams, defense, offense, nothing yet has worked. 38-yard line, making it 39 for Ohio State. And the Ducks have just got to limit the damage here in the first half, get it together, and then make it an Oregon game in the second half. From that pistol, Howard running back behind him. Turn, hand it off. Henderson goes up the middle, almost breaks it, gets it across the 50, runs hard to the 47-yard line of Oregon. And he almost busted that play. They'll mark it at the Duck 46, big first down. Ducks playing, and you've heard this term before, playing on their heels.
Whoa.
Playing backwards, 15 yards on that run.
It's like Ohio State has siphoned all the gas tank out of Oregon. Yeah. You know, I mean, there's just nothing there, and Ohio State has all the energy.
Formation set up, trips right. Now they shift back. Oregon trying to communicate. Here's the handoff again, running right. Judkins trying to get the edge, going to get caught. Finally thrown down out of bounds. Gets across the Duck 43 to the 42-yard line. Devin Jackson was the one that wrapped him up and tossed him out of bounds. But still a 4-yard pickup, second down and 6.
It looked like Betcher wanted to knock that ball out some way, shape, or form. He was trying to punch the ball out, strip it out, make some sort of play there to create a turnover, but Judkins was able to get 5 yards again to keep that Ohio State offense ahead of the chains.
Tate motions all the way left. Here's Tate with the ball on the Buka's going left and gets close to the first down marker at about the 38-yard line. I think he's going to get there as Boston forced him out of bounds. I did not see Ibuka get the handoff on that little sweep to the left. Kind of a jet sweep.
Pretty good speed by Bossa, chasing down Ibuka on the outside.
Did not get the first down, short of it by 3 yards. 2 yards, it'll be 3rd down and 2 at the Oregon 38. 6:04 left here in the second quarter. 31-0. Oregon trying to get a stop. Triple tight end. 3 tight ends for Ohio State. Everybody in tight. And Howard will just bull forward and get it himself. Gets it to the 35, first down. That was easy.
Yeah. 3 yards on a quarterback sneak. And really kind of shot through the middle of that Oregon defensive line pretty easily.
That'll bring up first down, 35-yard line, left hash.
Yeah, just body language. I mean, you just even look at the body language of the two sides of the ball.
Yeah, Ohio State very sharp coming up to the ball. Everything they do, and Oregon seemed to try to find themselves. Fairly tight formation again. 3 tight ends. Howard, low step, hand it off. Nut pitch going right side. Smith's going to try to get it between a couple of tacklers through. For a little, he'll get to the 30 and pick up 5. Nice play fake up the middle, and then gave it to Smith coming around on that jet sweep from the left to the right. 2nd down and 5. 4:47. Yardage is just shocking. Ohio State, 378 yards. Oregon, 64. Here's 2nd down and 5. Howard from the shotgun. Snap, back to throw. Very quick throw. Catch made. First down to the 20. And then that'll be as far as they get.
But the cushion.
Needed 5. Gave him probably 10 with the cushion. Tate made the catch and then got double tackle, but not before he got to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, just a quick outside hitch pattern is all it was. Will Howard go back, 3-step drop, throw it out there, and again, it was a good 5-6 yard cushion when Tate caught the ball.
Tate comes out to the right all alone inside of him. Agbuka now going to go back and set up in the backfield. So 2 backs beside Howard. And it'll be a quick throw. Going the fade route way out to the right, way overthrown to Tate. One maybe kind of a back shoulder or fade out to the right-hand side about the 5-yard line. Nowhere near there.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're Oregon's defense, let alone Oregon's offense, you better play hard on every down because there's going to be no mercy shown by Ohio State in this game. They are trying to create a statement they already have here in the first half with 3:46 left, leading 31-0. Going to try to make a statement here, and you better be ready on every single down.
Smith goes alone out to the left. 2 receivers come right for Howard. Shotgun. Snap. Turn. Hand it off. Judkins up the middle. Short gain this time of only 2. That'll bring up 3rd down after the first incomplete pass. So 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8. On the year, Ohio State has been effective 43% of the time. Much better today. This is the 9th play of this drive, down to 3:24 remaining. Normally, I'd be saying Ohio State didn't want to give the ball back to Oregon to give them a chance to score at the end of the half. With this big lead, all they're thinking is score. That's all they're thinking. Trips right, Howard back to throw. Looks down the middle, throws it left, going for that end zone, incomplete. Threw it too far. Trying to get it way outside to the left. That left sideline of the end zone. It just overthrew everybody. Betcher was in coverage. Henderson, the receiver, the running back, out of the backfield. And so Oregon's defense will force the field goal. Ball placed at the 26. This will be a 36-yard field goal try for Jaden Fielding. Already hit a 46-yarder. So well within his range from the left hash. Snap, good, place good. Kick up, almost blocked But he got it through, but he got it just inside the right upright. Just thought that was sliding outside, but he got it, and it is a 34-0 ball game with 2:59 remaining in the first half. And Dusty Hara, right now, Oregon, you'd love to get down and get a score, but if nothing else, you'd like to generate some first downs at the end of this half. Give yourself a chance to come out in the second half feeling like you accomplished something in the first half.
No doubt about it. I think right on this drive, though, it's score time. You've got to put points on the board. You have to, 2:59 to go here in the first half of play. Points are the most important thing. Points are the most valuable thing you can get right now. And just to give yourself a little bit better taste in your mouth of how the second half is going to be going. Because right now you look at the discrepancy of total yardage, 390 to 64.
Yeah. Watch this kickoff. I would not be surprised to see Ohio State go onside here. Here's the approach to the ball. Nope, they'll kick it deep. And it will go into and bounce out of the end zone and come out to the 25-yard line.
Well, when you've scored 34 points on 13 first downs, that should tell you the big plays that have been made by Ohio State in this game. I mean, they averaged 24.5 yards a pass, almost 12 yards a play offensively, period, in this game. So it's just been, again, it's been total dominance by Ohio State from the get-go. And Oregon just trying to get something going here to get on the board, to get the ball in the second half and see if they can claw themselves somewhat back in this game.
Gabriel sits two receivers out to the right, now two to the left. Back to throw. A little bit of time, throws it over the middle, caught, and then tackled immediately for a 1-yard pickup. Just not much there. Noah Whittington out of the backfield, just linked over the middle and trying to get in the ball, get yards after the catch, and there was no yards after the catch.
And all the downfield patterns are intermediate, 10 to 15 yard. Nobody stretching the field whatsoever.
Second down and 9, Gabriel. 2:32 remaining. Oregon has all three timeouts. If they can get themselves downfield, give themselves a chance to score. Gabriel has in motion all the way to the right. Two receivers out there now. Here's the snap. Handoff again. Whittington up the middle. Drives hard, but only to the 30-yard line. It's going to be third down and 5. And I don't know if Oregon will run a play if they'll take it to the 2-minute warning. Looks like this is going to go to the 2-minute warning with 2:03 remaining, and they are not set. And that's what it will be. They'll blow the whistle, and we'll take the 2-minute timeout. So, what a shock here at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Beautiful day for football. We're not seeing a great football game right now, but the good news is there's still 2 minutes in this half. Oregon has the ball with a chance to get it downfield and maybe get something. They'll get the ball to start the second half, and you're hoping they find their rhythm, because this team offensively and defensively is capable of playing a whole lot better football. And if they do, they can get right back in this ball game. But they haven't done it yet. We'll see if they can get that done when we come back to the McKenzie-Willamette Medical Center. Second quarter. Ducks trail 34-0 to Ohio State on the Oregon Sports Network from Deerfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Count on Oregon Mutual Insurance, a proud sponsor of the Oregon Ducks home team, for your business, vineyard, farm, or ranch insurance needs. If you are a small or large business owner, winery, farmer, or rancher looking to make an insurance carrier change, Oregon Mutual and Oregon Mutual's network of independent agents will work with you to devise a policy that fits your business or farm operations. Visit ormutual.com to learn more.
Welcome back to our Country Financial broadcast booth here at the Rose Bowl game, presented by Prudential and McKenzie-Willamette Medical Center, your community hospital since 1955. Caring for our community is what we do best. Well, we talked about it during the break, and I said it just before it went away. Still a whole half of football. We've seen games in which one team just can't get it going, and then the second half of a ball game becomes a different team. It's happened against Oregon before. So the Ducks see if they can't put it together. Dusty Hera, Oregon just needs to find something positive to build on.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it's going to start right here on this massive 3rd down and 5 with 2 minutes to go. I mean, you have got to get a first down, and you said it at the beginning of this drive, yards. I think points are the most important thing, but right now at a 3rd and 5, you need to get some yards, keep this drive going, and get down the field and either put the ball in the end zone and get out of here at the first half with a score.
I'm not sure Oregon has more than 1 or 2 first downs in this ball game. Just have not been able to mount any offense at all. 3 first downs in the first half. Here's trips right on 3rd down and 5 for Gabriel. Empty backfield as Whittington comes out to the left. Now he'll come back and join Gabriel, set up to his left. Whittington, the running back to throw Gabriel. Time, runs to his right, throws downfield, caught. Ferguson, first down to the 40-yard line of Oregon. So stop the clock to move the chains with 1:52 remaining. 10 yards on the play. Tez comes left. Holden comes left. One receiver out to the right. That's Justice Lowe on first down at their own 40. Gabriel sends Tess out to the right. Snap, back to throw. Rolling to his left. Stops, looks downfield, wants to go deep. Hoping Tez can get there, but it is incomplete. Tez was well covered. Had that ball been really short, Tez might have got it, but that ball was over everybody's head. And Denzel Burke was probably 2 or 3 yards beyond Tez. Tez going for the deep ball, and Burke's got the speed to stay with him.
Denzel Burke saying, not this time. I got beat in Eugene. I'm not getting beat in the Rose Bowl, and he was the deepest guy down there, really, with the only opportunity at that ball.
2nd down and 10, back at the Duck 40, right hash. Tez comes out to the left a little bit, back to throw. Gabriel running to his left, steps up. Pressure comes, can't get away from it. Going to go down. Back at the 24-yard line. Well, he's done it all year. Tuimoloau, 8 sacks. He's part of that sack. I don't know if he was the first one there. But Gabriel going to his left. Thought he might have time to set up, but there was just nobody open.
Not at all. And it brings up 3rd and long for Oregon. And in a way, 55 seconds left, and Oregon's going to try to take as much time as they can here because you don't want to give it back to Ohio State.
Loss of 8 on the play. Back to the 34-yard line. Gabriel. Snap, back to throw the ball. Pressure comes. They hold it. Wants to go down the side. Wide open. Hold it with a grab. First down run. Still on his feet inside the 30. 25 hit from behind inside of the 23-yard line. Biggest play of the day for Oregon. With 30 seconds remaining, 3 timeouts. Stop the clock to move the downs markers. Ducks are ready. Gabriel says, let's do it. Snap, back to throw, pump fake. Pressure comes, steps up, throws it out in relief. Whittington try to make a man miss, can't. Inside the 20 to the 18, and Oregon will call timeout with 16 seconds remaining. Got a 4-yard pickup on the safety valve out to the right.
Nice open field tackle out there by Caleb Downs because he was the only guy out there with Noah Whittington. Had to make the tackle. If Whittington could beat him, he could get to the end zone.
Passing.
Timeout. Oregon.
Holden has 44 yards of receptions on that reception. Thank you, John Lundquist. 44 yards on that last pass play, by far the biggest play of the day for Oregon. With 16 seconds on the game clock, you're trailing 34-0. I'm not sure if they end up having 4th down if they don't go for the touchdown.
Yeah, I agree.
Be much better to get the first down, then touchdown. Only 16 seconds, 2 timeouts remaining. So you can work the whole field. You got room to work. Have not seen Evan Stewart, I don't think yet today.
We have not.
Has not been out there. Has just not aware of any injury or illness report, but not been out there. 3 receivers, Little bunch out to the left for Gabriel. Right side receiver Ferguson. Now Tez goes over and joins him. 2 each way. Gabriel back to throw. Pressure, runs away from it to his left. Now will keep it and run himself. 20, out of bounds, inside, out about the 13-yard line with 9 seconds remaining. Just nobody open. They kind of flushed him. Takes away kind of that right side of the field, and then all you've got is the left side, the side you're running toward.
And in this type of situation, Jerry, late in the first half, Ohio State can defend the end zone and keep everything in front of them. That's what they're trying to do.
Trips to the right. 3rd down and a yard. Gabriel wants to step, got it, and back to throw. They said 5. Here's the throw over the middle. Whittington with a grab inside. 5 and hit hard. And they'll stop the clock with 2 seconds remaining. And timeout, Oregon.
Oregon, they're second. 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 3 seconds.
So 3 seconds. First down, 3 seconds. And Dusty Hara, I just said this to Jorgie a moment ago, I don't think this is field goal as the half ends. I think Oregon wants a touchdown.
Yeah, I think you got to get in for 6. I mean, with 3 points right now, it doesn't do a whole heck of a lot for you. We know the aggressiveness. You got to go and you got to get 6 on the board at all costs right here. And from the 5-yard line, this is going to be a huge down for the Oregon Ducks.
Duck football brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. Ducks bring out Kenyon Sadiq at a tight end. There's Justice Lowe at a receiver.
Got to give Dylan Gabriel time. This is dense area down here on the 5-yard line. 15 yards and 22 players all in that condensed area. It's tough to find little cracks to be able to throw the ball in, but that's what Oregon's going to try to do here.
Ferguson, Holden, and Tez come to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Empty backfield. Snap and a whistle and a timeout, Oregon or Ohio State.
Prior to the snap, timeout. Ohio State, they're second. 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 3 seconds.
Not surprising that Ohio State would call a timeout. Looking at what Oregon was going to do defensively, call timeout to make sure they have their bases covered. But again, a huge play coming up. 34-0. Tell me anybody that would have seen this coming in the first half of this football game. I think everyone thought this would be the game of the first round of the quarterfinals. Really, I should say. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Well, let's do it again. 3 seconds remaining, barring a penalty. Final play of the half. Gabriel. Whittington to his right. Receivers each way. Gabriel snap. Looks left. Dances around. Steps up into the pocket. Now will run. Now throws. Holden with a grab in the back of the end zone. It's a touchdown. Gabriel, another one of those, I'm going to run. Oh, no, I'm not. Throws late, and Holden able to grab it on the back line of the end zone.
Bought himself some extra time.
How about Dylan Gabriel? Just a heady player. Really makes defenses think. Hasn't had an opportunity to do that today.
Had pretty good time back there, but he bought himself some extra time by going up into the pocket. Didn't look like he was going to run, even though people might think he's going to. There's just not enough room, not enough time, and a lot of defenders. And he allowed Trayshawn Holden to get clear of his defender and opened right along the back line of the end zone.
So Oregon will go for 2. Spread people out. Now Tez in motion back to the right to join Lowe. Gabriel wants a snap. Keeps it, goes left. Wants to throw into the end zone. Does. It's caught. 2-point conversion to Justice Lowe. Justice Lowe was out to the right. Came across about the 5-yard line or the goal line and then cut toward the post. Gabriel waited and able to hit him.
So you make the plays at the end of the half and go in with a good flavor in your mouth as you get the ball to begin the second half. Getting on the board, let alone a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion was huge there.
That was huge. Going to go down to Dusty Hare with the head coach Dan Lanning, our Toyota halftime interview in a moment. And you just know that he's not going to have very many good things to say about his team. Got to be frustrated. But they got halftime to talk about it, adjust, and get it right. Let's go down to Dusty. Dusty?
Coach, unfamiliar territory for you guys. You get a spark at right there with the score at the end. What is the message as you guys head into the second half?
Let's go out there and play one play at a time, right? One play at a time, put your best foot forward, right? We got some ground to make up, right? But we've been in tough situations before. Let's see what happens.
All right, go get him, Coach.
Thank you, Dusty Hare. Toyota halftime interview with head coach Dan Lanning. Sounded positive. Didn't sound panicked. Didn't sound... That's kind of a positive... Go in, one step at a time, take care of business. Hang in there.
Just hang in there, and that's exactly what Oregon has done. Toyota drive summary, by the way. 10 plays, 75 yards and 256. Trayshawn Holden, 5-yard touchdown reception and a 2-point conversion to Justice Lowe. 72 of the yards of that 75-yard drive through the air, and Oregon gets on the board, does a little something, get back into it one step at a time, and then we're actually 2 steps at a time there. The touchdown, the 2-point conversion, 34-8, Ohio State at halftime.
Well, not what we wanted, not what we expected, certainly, but positive finish to the first half for your Oregon Ducks. 34-8, touchdown to Holden, 2-point conversion, good to Justice Lowe, and Oregon will get the ball to start the second half. Well, halftime out of the way, a lot of people working at it. Jorgie, Dusty Hare, Joey Mack, John Lundquist on the trip beside us here at the Rose Bowl. Ryan Milano behind me doing the stats, or spotting for me, I should say. Let's send it back to Ashley Gentry back in the studio. She'll take you through halftime with everything they got going on, and I'm going to go do something, but it's going to be positive. Got to get that attitude turned around. Feel good about it. I think food would do that. I'm going to go get some food. Jorgie, you'll go get candy. I know you. You'll get candy.
Thank
all
you,
right.
yeah.
Let's get out of here. Come back. Halftime. Ducks trail 34-8 to Ohio State on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You've heard the phrase, listen to your heart. Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center couldn't agree more. Listening to your heart could help you survive a heart attack. The signs can be very subtle, so paying attention matters. The common signs of a heart attack are chest pain, nausea, dizziness, and shortness of breath. If you ever experience any of them, call 911 right away. To learn more, visit mckweb.com. Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center is owned in part by physicians.
Count on Oregon Mutual Insurance, a proud sponsor of the Oregon Ducks home team for your business, vineyard, farm, or ranch insurance needs. If you are a small or large business owner, winery, farmer, or rancher looking to make an insurance carrier change, Oregon Mutual and Oregon Mutual's network of independent agents will work with you to devise a policy that fits your business or farm operations. Visit ormutual.com to learn more.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
Buy one, get one for $1 breakfast on favorites like toasty bagel sandwiches, hash browns, and more. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
First half is in the books. Time now for college football's most refreshing halftime show. Presented by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. A first half recap. Scores from the Big Ten and the rest of college football are all ahead on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Well, we've hit halftime in round 2 of Oregon versus Ohio State, and what was arguably the best game of the regular season back for a rematch, except this time in the granddaddy of them all. It's the Rose Bowl, and the Ducks trail the Buckeyes 34-8 as we await the start of the second half. Ashley Gentry here with you inside the Learfield Network studios, breaking down the first 2 quarters in Pasadena. Ducks would win the toss and choose to kick off to get things started here in the college football quarterfinals. Buckeyes opened it up with a quick pass for a 30-yard gain, setting up Ohio State in Oregon territory. And look out, because it would take under a minute for the red and black to put the first points on the board.
One back beside him. That's Judkins to his left. And back to throw up play action in. Swing it out to Smith. Open downfield. 30. Gets free. 20. All the way to the 10. He will score. And look out for Ohio State in an early rhythm.
Howard to Smith. 3 plays, 75 yards. Touchdown, Ohio State. And now it would be Oregon's turn on offense. Dylan Gabriel and company take the field, and as quickly as they came on, they would go right back off. 3 and out for the Ducks on their first drive of this quarterfinal matchup, and now looking to the defense to settle things down. A couple of conversions for OSU. Oregon's pass rush, not really what you would want to see here early, but Toyota would get a big stop. 3rd down try, no good, and Oregon gets the ball back on the 25-yard line. But again, not really able to drive downfield here. A 3rd and 8 trying to avoid another 3 and out. Quick pass to Johnson falls incomplete, and this Ohio State defense is in control. 8.5 to go in the first quarter with great field position for OSU now after a semi-botched punt, only 33 yards. And running tempo now. Another explosive play for the Buckeyes, which would result in a touchdown. Oregon now trailing 14-0 with 7.5 to go in the first. 2 1-minute drives for the Buckeyes, though, and both resulted in points. Now, hopefully, 3rd time would be the charm for Gabriel. With a 3rd and 8 looking for their first conversion of the game. They would get that first down after a huge effort from Terrence Ferguson, giving the Ducks a fresh set of downs on their own 36-yard line. But again, just no room for Oregon. Couple of incomplete passes, and that would do it for the 3rd drive. Ducks punted away to OSU with 4:20 before we would hit the second quarter. Down to the 2-minute warning now. Ohio State in Oregon territory. Jeremiah Smith having a day so far for the Buckeyes. He has been in the right spot. Oregon needing to find an answer here, but look out, because Smith isn't the only playmaker for OSU. Ibuka gets a big first down, and the Buckeyes in striking distance on the Oregon 33. Ducks in dire need of a stop here to start the second quarter, and they would get it. Big time stop for the Ducks, but Ohio State in field goal range to make it 17-0 early in the second quarter. A stunned team and a stunned crowd, and Oregon really needing to flip the script here, down by 3 scores with 14 on the clock, and another big 3rd down try coming up for the Ducks. And Trayshawn Holden makes a low grab to keep the drive alive. Small yards gained, but a huge play here for Gabriel and company now on their own 43-yard line. This would turn into a 4th and 3, and Dan Lanning would choose to go for it, and it falls incomplete. Ball back to the Buckeyes on the Oregon 48 with 11:11 to go in the first half.
Tight formation in motion. Ibuka goes all the way out to the left. Snap back to throw. Howard turns and looks. Wants to go deep down the middle. Wide open Smith. He's caught it. Touchdown.
You've heard his name a lot today, and you'll hear it again now. 43 yards to Smith and a 24-0 Ohio State lead. 10 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock now, and it feels like a must-score situation for Dylan Gabriel and the Ducks. That scoring drive would not come, though, and Oregon forced to punt it away again. One play is all it would take to make it 30-0, and just halfway through the second quarter, Trayvon Henderson rushes it home for 6 more, and it's all roses for Ohio State and thorns for Oregon, who have struggled since the opening kickoff. 31-0 Buckeyes, and another 3-and-out for the Ducks. OSU with the ball and 8 minutes on the clock. That 8 minutes would wind down to 3. Oregon able to hold Ohio State to a field goal, but that field goal would be good to make it 34-0. Oregon would get one more chance, though, before halftime, and they would connect for their biggest play so far, a 44-yard toss to Holden, put Oregon in the OSU 18-yard line, the closest they have been today. 3 seconds left, and a 3rd and 1 now for Gabriel, looking for the end zone at all costs.
Final play of the half. Gabriel. Whittington to his right. Receivers each way. Gabriel snap. Looks left. Dances around. Steps up into the pocket. Now will run. Now throws. Holden with a grab in the back of the end zone. It's a touchdown. Gabriel, another one of those I'm going to run. Oh, no, I'm not. Throws late. And Holden able to grab it on the back line of the end zone.
And there it is. Oregon with some life. They find the end zone and get on the board. 2-point conversion is good. Clocks strike 0, and the Ducks have work to do in the second half. 34-8 your score at the halfway mark with the Ducks trailing. Quick timeout, then back with more here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on! Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota. Let's go places.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCAAF. Equal housing opportunity.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on! Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota. Let's go places.
Ducks.
It's the final. Oregon has defeated number 2 Ohio State.
Buckeyes.
32-31.
From the Rose Bowl, this is Oregon football from Learfield.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NCAAF and the Ad Council.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NCAAF and the Ad Council.
Podcast booth where Oregon is trailing 34-8 against Ohio State. Ryan Milano with you, Joey Mack joining me as we run through some scores going down in the world of college football. This game, not the start in the first half that I think anybody thought that Oregon was going to get out to. I don't think that anybody thought that the early game of this college football playoff was going to end up as close as it was after Texas jumped out to a 17-3 halftime lead of their own against Arizona State in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. It was Texas who really ramped it up early offensively and took it to the Sun Devils in that ball game early, but Arizona State in the second half made a big-time comeback, brought it even to bring that game to overtime, tied at 24 apiece at the end of regulation. And Arizona State, it looked like they were in the driver's seat. A big-time 3rd and 15 scramble for a first down by Sam Levitt, followed up by a touchdown the ensuing play for Arizona State, gave them the lead in the opening overtime against Texas. And then the Sun Devil defense got Arizona State into a 4th and 8. Penalty made it a 4th and 13. Looks like the game is almost over. Looks like the Longhorns are on the brink. Instead, what happens? Quinn Ewers finds a receiver on a double move, gets behind the Arizona State secondary. Not only does he pick up the 4th down and 13, he gets the touchdown to send it to overtime number 2. Texas scores in that second overtime, gets the 2-point conversion. Arizona State cannot answer in a Peach Bowl Classic. It is 39-31, Texas over Arizona State to make their way to the college football playoff semifinal, awaiting the winner of this matchup between Oregon and Ohio State. And Joey, that's really what this new college football playoff is about, is those type of matchups like we saw in the game earlier against Texas and Arizona State.
That's true. Those are two teams that had a lot of differing opinions about them coming into that game. And hey, you talk about how you have to play a full football game, a full 4 quarters. Arizona State did that to force overtime, right? And the Ducks are going to need that sort of energy in this matchup. But I think that as we look through these college football playoff games, I'm honestly a little amazed at how many of them have been lopsided. That was the first one that really ended up being a nail-biter until the end. And here's hoping for Duck fans out there that this one turns into a nail-biter at the end as well.
Momentum going into the break. Good sign for Oregon. Also, we do now have a kick time for the last quarterfinal game in the Sugar Bowl. If you missed it during our pregame, ongoing situation, ongoing investigation in Louisiana due to precautionary and safety purposes. The game that was going to be played tonight between Notre Dame and Georgia has been postponed to tomorrow. The kick time for that will be 3 o'clock Central Time, so 3 o'clock local time in Louisiana at time of kick. I believe that means 1 o'clock for everybody in Eugene listening to us on the Oregon Sports Network and everybody on the West Coast. So we do have official kick time tomorrow, January 2nd. It will be 3 o'clock Central Time between Georgia and Notre Dame to decide the final spot in the college football playoff semifinal. A precautionary measure, a safety measure taking place after the events in Louisiana last night. Obviously, our thoughts going out to everybody affected. But good to see that that game will still be played. Good to see that we still have a kick time for that game. And they are scheduled now to play between Notre Dame, 7th-ranked Irish, and the 2nd-ranked Georgia Bulldogs. Good job. Good thing, Joey, to have a kick time and to actually get that game back and ready to play in unforeseen circumstances.
That's right. Yeah, 1 o'clock start Pacific time. It'll be televised on ESPN, Notre Dame, and Georgia coming up tomorrow. All right, we'll get a timeout. It's the Coors Light halftime show. Coors Light, choose chill, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. We'll run through those halftime stats. Talk about how the Ducks can get back in this thing, trailing 34-8 here at the Rose Bowl on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
College football's most refreshing halftime show has been brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. This is Duck Football from Learfield.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Yeah, add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Weather in the Pacific Northwest can cause shifting soil.
and that can cause foundation damage. Do you have cracked walls, sloping floors, or sticking doors? Ramjack has your lifelong solution. We developed our own patented system to stabilize your home's foundation once and for all. We're the only company that offers a lifetime transferable warranty backed by a warranty trust. Schedule your free foundation evaluation today. People who do their homework choose Ramjack.
It's another great fall Saturday in Oregon. Friends, family, and football. Let's keep it great by making a game plan for getting everyone home safely. If you're drinking, take a quick time out and pass the keys to someone who's not. By designating a responsible driver, you'll make sure the whole team gets to keep playing. Because no day like this should end with a tragic loss for any family. Let's be in it to win it by saving lives together. Drive sober. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oregon. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Oregon and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Oregon.
Coors Light halftime show wrapping up here at the Rose Bowl. I'm Joey Mack with you in the Country Financial broadcast booth.
Check, 1, 2, 3.
And we're glad to report that the referee mic still works. Thank you, friends. Coors Light, Choose Chill, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Our halftime stats brought to you by Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center. Our postseason partner, Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center, your community hospital since 1955. Caring for our community is what we do best. Ohio State 34 and Oregon 8 here at halftime. The statistics tell the story. Ohio State, 390 total yards for the Buckeyes, 269 of those through the air, 121 rushing yards for Ohio State. Ducks with 139 total yards, 126 passing, 72 of them on the final drive where the Ducks did get on the board and converted the 2-point conversion. 13 rushing yards for the Ducks in the first half. Jordan James exited the game and did not return. He has 7 carries for 14 yards along of 11. Noah Whittington, 3 carries for 1 yard. Dylan Gabriel and Tez Johnson also credited with a couple rushes as well. No penalties in this game, but 13 first downs for Ohio State, leading to 34 points. As Georgie alluded to earlier, it's all about those explosion plays where the Buckeyes are averaging 24.5 yards per completion and 11.8 yards per play. Meanwhile, on the Ducks side, also no penalties, but just 6 first downs. The Ducks have run 3 more plays than the Buckeyes. They're averaging 3.9 yards per play and 8.4 yards per completion. But the Buckeyes at 8.1 yards per rush, the Ducks at 1 yard per rush. No penalties, though, a positive. Ducks 5 of 11 on third down. Ohio State 3 of 6 on third down. Buckeyes held it for 14-27. Ducks for 15-33. Tackles for loss, though, this is a big statistic. 6 tackles for loss for the Buckeyes. Ducks have 0 tackles for loss in this game. Talk about playing behind the chains, and Ohio State has not been behind the chains at all in this game. Buckeyes 34, Ducks 8 individually. Dylan Gabriel 15 of 23, 126 yards and a touchdown, a 65% conversion rate. And on the Ohio State side, Will Howard 11 of 18, 269 through the air, 3 touchdowns, completing 61% of his passes. Smith has been the big play receiver for Ohio State. 5 catches and 8 targets, a couple of scores, 161 yards, and 59 of those yards have come after the catch. Ibuka has 4 catches for 68 yards. Scott also with a catch for 30 yards, and Tate a catch for 10 yards. But again, it's Smith, 5 for 161 against this Oregon defense. Duck receivers, Trayshawn Holden has the touchdown 4 catches for 67 yards. Tez Johnson, 4 catches for 20 yards. Noah Whittington, 3 for 13. Terrence Ferguson, 2 for 19. And Jordan James, 2 for 7. Defensively, the leading tackler for the Ducks is Bryce Betcher with 4. A few Ducks with 3. And then Simon with 6 total tackles leads the way for Ohio State. The Rose Bowl, second half coming. Ohio State leading 34-8 over the Ducks of Oregon. Your Mackenzie Willamette Medical Center halftime stats wrap up the Coors Light pregame show with Dusty Hara on the sideline and Mike Jorgensen and Jerry Allen in the booth. I'm Joey Mack, hoping that I'll be talking to you again in a happy postgame show, fellas.
Hoping for the same, and maybe halfway expecting Oregon to maybe make this a ball game in the second half, and toward the end, we got a ball game.
Love your optimism.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Dusty Hara down on the sideline. I tell you to Mike, what is that big thing floating up in the sky above the stadium anyway?
That is the Goodyear blimp, my friend. We're looking for the bright spots right now.
It is not a stealth blimp, is it?
No, it is not. You can't hear that one either, though.
Yeah, that's
you can't hear that one either, though.
Whittington is deep at the 5 down to our left. The field is in shade now. Part of the stand still in the bright sun, but it's going to cool down. Here's the kickoff into the end zone. It'll come out to the 25, and Oregon will hopefully get to start the second half the way they finished the first half. And, Jorgie, I think that was critically important for Oregon to get that touchdown.
Something to feel good about going into the locker room, knowing you're going to get the ball to start the second half. And you could see the little bit of spring in Oregon's step as they were going down the tunnel and back to the locker room just to get a touchdown at a 2-point conversion and get on the board. That's what it was all about. Let's see if they can take that and turn it into some momentum here early in the third quarter.
So here we go. Gabriel, wideouts each way. Tez will come in motion to make it 2 out to the right side. Snap and hand it off. Whittington's not going to get out of the backfield. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but just Tyleek Williams, who's 6'3", 327, a senior, just as fast as Whittington was out of the backfield that time.
Yeah, just immediate penetration into the backfield, Jerry. That's the problem, is he takes a left step inside, and then it doesn't look like Poncho was able to chip him and knock him down, so he took a left step and straight up the field, was in pursuit right away.
Jordan James left in the first half, and we have not seen him since then. No word on him. Whittington in the backfield. 2 receivers each way. Back to throw Gabriel. Pressured, hits, and going down. Inside the 13-yard line. And the first one to him is the guy that's done that damage all year, Jack Sawyer, a left defensive end. 6 sacks and now 7 on the year.
Well, Jack Sawyer gets around the outside edge in a hurry. And he closes the pocket down. Dylan Gabriel nowhere to go but backwards. And so Oregon, no yards on first down, a loss on second down with the sack. You're playing behind the chains to start the second half.
3rd down and 22. Empty backfield for Gabriel. Trips right from the left hash. Snapping back to throw. Run away from a little trouble. Run back the other way. Got away and now wants to throw. We'll throw it downfield. And it is caught. Was it a catch? Low. They're going to go catch at the 34, just short of the first down. And I would not be surprised if Oregon doesn't go for it on 4th and half a yard. Great catch by Justice Lowe.
Did a great job coming back to help his quarterback and tried to keep those tippy toes in just past the 35-yard line, but he went out of bounds just short of that first down marker, and you can tell I think it was a pretty good call.
21 yards on the play. Here's 4th and half a yard. The snap given to Whittington. No, it was kept by Gabriel, and he got there. He got the first down. I thought, and I'm looking through binoculars, I thought he gave that ball away, but he kept it, and Gabriel lowers his head and gets the first down.
Boy, to be able to overcome that 3rd and long, to be able to convert this into a first down was huge.
2 receivers out to the right. All alone is Holden to the left. Tez, the outside receiver to the right, Low inside of him. On first down at the 35. Now 3 receivers out to the right. Back to throw Gabriel. Has time. Steps, throws. Catch made Ferguson. A lot of room. 45-50. Over the 50 to the 48-yard line. Styles finally rips him down, but almost a mismatch. Styles with a big Ferguson, 17 yards.
Well, Terrence Ferguson was able to get underneath and create separation right off the bat.
Here's first down at the 48 of Ohio State. Back to throw empty and throw it over and quickly caught to Whittington and out of bounds at the 43, making the 44-yard line. So pick up 4 quick. It'll be second down and 6. The Ohio State 40 up, moving up to the 43. Second down and 5. Second and 5.
One of the few times Oregon's been in second and 5, it feels like today.
Yeah, one of the few times Oregon's been in Ohio State territory. From the 43 right hash. Ferguson in motion. T-Ferg sets up in the backfield. Gabriel wants to throw. Delayed handoff to Whittington up the middle. And he'll get almost nothing. Back to the 43, and that's it. And Oregon's running ball game has just been stifled.
Boy, you hope to fool Ohio State in a situation like that with a play like that. But Ohio State's interior defensive line, really with 4, is occupying Oregon's 5 offensive linemen. That's what's made their linebackers and DBs so successful on making plays at the line of scrimmage. Oregon just not moving people.
Oregon 5 of 12 in third downs today. 5 of 12. Here's Tez in motion. 2 receivers strung out to the left. Gabriel on third down and 5. Back to throw. Looks left, looks over the middle, throws it. It's caught. Holden with a grab, first down to the 28. Trayshawn Holden. Well thrown ball by Gabriel. He had time to get Holden free over the middle. So good pass protection on the 15-yard throw. 34-8. Oregon trying to get an opening second half drive and cut that score. Just make a play. Play one play at a time. 2 receivers out to the right. Now Tez in motion makes it 2 out to the left. And back to throw off play action. Gabriel pressured, going to run to his left. Now we'll throw. Caught. Ferguson 10-5 inside of the 3-yard line. Gabriel again makes it look like he might run.
And had the opportunity to for some pretty good yardage, and it freezes the defenders in a situation like that where he finds Terrence Ferguson.
25 yards on the play. And that brings the defenders up. When they think that quarterback's going to run, they hesitate. First and goal at the 3-yard line. And Jaden Lamar has come in and will be beside Gabriel. 3 receivers all go out to the left. For Gabriel, snap. Give it to Lamar up the middle. Lowers his head and gets to about the 3, maybe 2.5. Give him a half yard. It'll be second down and goal.
Couldn't tell who that was that came in from the outside, but came right down the line of scrimmage and was able to get a paw on Jaden Lamar before he could really get the momentum going.
Just inside the 3, Whittington comes back in. Holden also comes out, so an extra tight end the ball game for Oregon.
Might have been Tui Maloau coming from the outside, number 44, to make that tackle.
Second and goal from the 2.5. Almost the 2-yard line. That ball just almost to the 2. Tight formation.
Well, yards have been tough on the interior so far today.
3 tight ends for Oregon. Whittington in the backfield and a whistle, and the first penalty of the game. Oh, timeout was called
Prior
before.
To the expiration of the play clock. Timeout. Oregon, they're first.
Interesting. Dusty Hara, we were talking at halftime. No penalties in the first half of this football game, which is phenomenal. But a flag flew there, but Oregon saw the play clock getting down and called timeout.
Dan Lanning started running down at about 5 seconds on the play clock, and they finally got it, the timeout called because of the noise, right as it was expiring.
He needs a big flag to throw out there in the middle of the field. If you can't get the officials' attention, you got to do something. Well, timeout. Second down, so downs to spare, if you will. Not third or fourth and goal from the 2, but second and goal. So Oregon's got some options here. Trailing 34-8. A touchdown here would be big. We'll come back and find out whether they get it done. Second and goal from about the 2-yard line. It's our third quarter. Actually, the RAV fourth quarter presented by Toyota. See what they did there? The RAV 4 quarter. Here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Before laughs in the parking lot became beers in the stadium with new friends, someone had to bring the six-pack of Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave. Bring the aloha. Copyright 2023 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. Enjoy responsibly.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota. Let's go places.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Welcome back to our Country Financial broadcast booth. It's the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential. By the way, I might have confused you by telling you it's the RAV fourth quarter. Not yet. It's coming. Okay. It's still the third quarter, and it is still second down and goal from the 2-yard line. This is the 11th play of the drive coming up, and we're hearing ESPN is reporting, Dusty, that Evan Stewart may not be available.
Yeah, according to Ian Fitzsimmons, ESPN Radio, he said Coach Lanning told him coming out of the half that Evan Stewart got dinged in pregame warm-ups and has not been on the field yet. He is down here in uniform, but he has not entered the game yet.
Okay, well, we'll watch for that. So, Gabriel, 20 of 28, 209 yards and a touchdown, and it's second down and goal. Ball near the middle of the field between the hashes, just a little bit shaded left, but from the 2-yard line.
You sure would like to have the confidence that you can run it in here, but man, running the ball's been tough tonight.
Holden alone out to the right. Double tight ends for Oregon. Gabriel under center. Whittington behind him. Gabriel, play call, snap, turn around, hand it off. Whittington up the middle, lowers his head. Did he get there? I don't think he got. Yes, he did. Touchdown, Oregon. Took a long time for the linesman to come in from the side to make the call. So I'm assuming he didn't get there because no touchdown call.
Some pretty good push up front. Oregon's offensive line packed in pretty tight, but a lot of big bodies from right to left. And it looked like on the snap of that ball, they got some decent push, which allowed Noah Whittington to be able to get into that pile going forward and not being stood up.
Oregon may have to burn a timeout here as they don't have enough men on the field. There's nobody on the right side now. Finally coming onto the field for Oregon is Pat Herbert. So somebody on the special teams was not ready. Plenty of time on the play clock, though, to get the extra point try. 34-14 to make it 34-15. Ready for the snap. Place, kick up, and it is good. Well, here we go. 8:55 remaining. Third quarter. Oregon making a game out of it now. They have found their offensive rhythm. Take the opening second act kickoff and take it all the way. 75 yards for the score. Whittington with a 2-yard run. 34-15. And we'll get a break and come back. And breathe a little easier. But Oregon defense still got to step up next when Ohio State will get the ball after the kickoff. From our Country Financial broadcast booth, Ducks trail 34-15 here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
If you know your party's extension, press or say 1. To leave a message in our company mailbox, press or say 2. Spoiler alert, it will be full.
Representative.
Would you speak to your mother in that tone?
Speak to a real human being.
You shouldn't need to shout into the void to get your health insurance questions answered.
Pacific Source Health Plans. This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees.
Ducks.
Turn back, give it to James. Up the middle, inside 2-1. Did he get there? Yes!
Buckeyes.
Jordan James!
That sends a message to me.
Live from the Rose Bowl, from the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
And welcome back to the Rose Bowl game, presented by Prudential and by Les Schwab. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab Tires offers free pre-trip safety checks of your brakes, battery, alignment, suspension, and steering. Stop by anytime or schedule your appointment online at leschwab.com. That's Les Schwab Tires, doing the right things at 1952.
2 straight possessions with a touchdown for the Ducks. They open up the second half of this Rose Bowl game. The Toyota drive summary with an 11-play, 75-yard drive in 6:05. Noah Whittington, the final 2-yard touchdown run on the Sappington extra point. It's now Ohio State 34, Oregon 15, 8:55 left here in the third quarter. That drive summary is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. But that was exactly what you needed. You needed the momentum of the end of the first half to carry over into the second half. Now let's see if the defense can get a quick stop, because time's working against Oregon. That was a long drive, 6+ minutes. You need a little quicker scoring drives if you can get those in the future, or a quick turnover in a short field. And right now, Ohio State has not turned the ball over so far, so maybe they're due. Maybe they're due.
10-play drive, 11-play drive for the 2 touchdowns. I mean,
you take them.
Yeah, putting pressure on Ohio State's defense a little bit, wearing on them a little bit. So kickoff coming from our left to our right. Sunshine now on the San Gabriel Mountains. Everything else is about in shade here in the basin around the great city of Los Angeles. Here's the approach to the ball, foot into it. Very high, but very short. Fair catch called for at the 8-yard line. Surprised that Ohio State doesn't try to make something out of that.
Yeah, me too. And again, that's something usually Sappington, when he's kicking off all season long, a high percentage of his kickoffs go into the end zone for a touchback. So the 2 that he's had an opportunity on here today, 2 of the 3 anyway, have been short kicks.
So Will Howard at the 25-yard line. They have mostly thrown the ball to run it a little bit. Travion Henderson running back to his left. 2 receivers out to the left and 1 alone to the right, to the boundary or short side. He motions all the way. Here's a handoff up the middle of Henderson. Got free for a moment for a quick 3, and then will get wrapped down at about the 28-yard line. Kobe Savage, the first Duck there, and then got help. It will be 2nd down and 7. 2nd and 7 as Tate goes out of the goal. I thought he was going to split wide out to the right. He goes out of the ball game. Jeremiah Smith close to the formation on the right. Ibuka way out to the left.
Henderson
empty
on
backfield. Yeah, Henderson now comes back and is off of play action. Here's the throw high and caught immediately by Ibuka. Immediately tackled by Jabbar Muhammad. And I'll tell you what, Ibuka's lucky he's able to get up. He got bent backwards. He got up into the air, and Muhammad hit him down low on the legs and kind of bent his back backwards.
Yeah.
He's all right. Pick up a 4, 3rd down and 3. 3 of 6 in 3rd downs for Ohio State. And just shocked if they don't do a little flat pass. Oregon given some cushion. Let's see if he just tries to get a little short. Trips out to the right. Empty backfield for Howard. Snap. Back to throw. Looks middle. Pressure comes. Runs away from it. Throws. It's going to be incomplete. Out of bounds. And he was pressured. Big time. Derek Harmon was coming on him. Got to him as he let go of the ball.
Chasing him from behind. Just enough pressure. And when Howard's been inaccurate here today so far, it's when pressure has been on him, and Oregon was able to get close to him on that play.
7:28 remaining 3rd quarter. Deep, Tez Johnson. To punt, Joe McGuire averages 42 yards a punt. He's a good punter. Snap, no rush. Not a great punt. Tez is going to have a fair catch called at the 25, and it will be first down Oregon. They'll mark the ball at the 25-yard line, and we will take the timeout. Before we do, Dusty Hare, let's go downstairs to you, and what a turnaround emotionally and just as far as attitude in the ball game. Now Oregon's sideline has got some energy.
Yeah, in the Oregon fans, which showed up in droves, they started getting back into the game after that 11-play, 75-yard drive to get a touchdown on back-to-back drives from the end of the first half to the start of the second half. You start to see a push on the defensive line from Derek Harmon and Tatum Tuioti. This is where you got to just play within yourself and keep the momentum on your side.
One play at a time. Make it the right play. 34-15, Oregon trailing Ohio State after a 43-yard punt. The Ducks will get the ball back at their own 25-yard line. Duck football brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Back in our Country Financial broadcast booth in Pasadena after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Rose Bowl game here in the Rose Bowl at Pasadena. And not the most important drive of the ball game coming up by any means, but I'll tell you what, maybe a defining drive for Oregon because it would really put Ohio State's defense into a mode of oh no. Yeah. Oh no.
And the Ohio State offense kind of into a mode of oh no. You know what I mean?
So I mean, this is, if Oregon can get this ball down. I mean, if you can score quickly, all the better. But if you can take this ball down Ohio State's throat, make a score, you're talking about basically a one-score game. Whittington and Tez. So two in the backfield. Tez is behind. Up there, play fake, wanting to throw. Gabriel swings it out. It is almost intercepted. It was knocked down at the line of scrimmage, or actually knocked up into the air, and that was a near disaster.
Yeah, he had Terrence Ferguson coming across and was probably going to get some yards out of that. Might have been Jack Sawyer getting his hand on it again, which he usually does. And good defensive lineman. Oregon does this too. When you can't get to the quarterback and you're in a stalemate, you just get your hands up and knock the ball down. And it was either Tuimoloau or Jack Sawyer that did that.
Holding in motion to the left, two receivers out there. Gabriel back to throw. Pressure comes, runs away from it, steps up, going to get hit and go down. Couldn't get away from Sawyer. Number 33, you see that number flying around, and it'll be lost yardage in third down and long.
Had time. Good coverage downfield by Ohio State. Really didn't allow Dylan Gabriel to be able to throw that ball, but he had time before Jack Sawyer was able to get there.
Trips left, two to the left, three receivers out to the right. Let's see if they bring Whittington back to join Gabriel on this on third down. It's 16, almost 17.
Oregon converted one of these on the previous drive. Let's see if they can keep the magic going.
At the 18-yard line, empty backfield. Gabriel, snap and back to throw. Three-man rush, steps up, get away from it. Pressure, goes down at the 11-yard line. Cody Simon, the linebacker, almost like a spy.
It's Jack Sawyer, though, that creates the havoc. He came off the edge and was able to get to Dylan Gabriel too easily, where Dylan Gabriel had to step up in, and then, frankly, Simon's just too good of an athlete to be able to get past him on the outside.
So fourth down on the loss now back on the 12. It'd be 4th and 23, and Oregon will punt it away, and Ohio State's going to have great field position. From the 13-yard line, step up, got the ball away very, very high. Going to bounce and go inside the 50. Got a good roll this time across the 45 to the 44-yard line. So Oregon could not take advantage of a defensive stop and goes 3 and out and got behind the chains right away, and that spelled disaster. 43 yards on that punt, and we got another timeout. 5:34 remaining here in the third quarter, the Rose Bowl game here in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Ducks back on defense, and Ohio State with great field position at their own 44-yard line when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, On Point is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways On Point can help support your financial well-being. On Point Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCAAF. Equal housing opportunity.
Before getting together with friends during pregame turned into an epic tailgate party, someone had to bring the six-pack of Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave. Bring the aloha. Copyright 2023 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. Enjoy responsibly.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to the Rose Bowl game in Pasadena. Our Country Financial broadcast booth. We'll hang on Sloopy and the McCoys through the sound system here at the Rose Bowl. And boy, Dusty Hare down on the sideline, our Toyota sideline, Mike. Kind of, I don't want to say a golden opportunity miss, but really an opportunity to put pressure on Ohio State in that drive.
Yeah, no doubt about it. After 2 straight drives where you march down the field in efficient football to end the first half and to start the third quarter, that one was the momentum kind of swinging back towards Ohio State's way. Now the defense has got an opportunity here for the Ducks to try and get it back. I mean, we've seen a very clean game penalty-wise. We've also seen a very clean game in the turnover ledger as well. So this would be a prime opportunity. The defense has been ripping, stripping, trying to get the ball out. Create an extra opportunity for your offense.
Well, going backwards 13 yards on that drive didn't help. You know, you got a quick 3 and out by Ohio State to get the ball back with that momentum, and then to go backwards just was not part of the game plan. You were hoping to be able to keep that momentum going offensively.
Ohio State, their own 44-yard line. And Henderson in the backfield. Travion Henderson. 3 receivers go out to the right. 1 all alone way out to the left. I believe that's Smith. Maybe not. Smith may be up to the right. Here's the stand back to throw. Pressured. Ball flipped up into the air. And I think caught. Yeah, it's going to be a catch. Very short gain at the 45-yard line. A 1-yard gain, but under pressure.
I was thinking that ball was going to float for just another second or so to let Jeffrey Bossa get out there and pick that ball off. But the pressure from Betcher created that little short throw out to the right. It floated. Just not long enough.
2nd down and 9 from the 45-yard line. 2 receivers come out to the left. The wide out to the left is Henderson. Empty backfield now. 3 receivers to the right. And a quick screen over to the right, trying to get it upfield. Oh, not going to happen. Nico Reed comes up and hits the mix of stop. I don't know who was that receiver.
Henderson,
was that Henderson out of the backfield? He had lined up out in a little bunch with 2 other receivers to the right for the screen game, and it didn't work. Got a yard out of it.
That little grouping like that sometimes sets up a play later in the game where you fake pump to the outside and somebody releases up the field, but Oregon stopped that one right there.
Smith all alone to the right. 2 receivers out to the left on 3rd down and 8 from the 46 of Ohio State. Oregon shows pressure, and they come with it. Howard to throw, caught, 1st down to Smith. Well, when you bring pressure up the middle, it leaves the middle open.
You got nobody in the throwing lanes. And when you got a big quarterback like Will Howard who can see over the top and in between, and you got Jeremiah Smith coming on a slant pattern with nobody between him and his defensive back, between the quarterback and the wide receiver because the linebackers have blitzed. Pretty easy throw and catch.
First down to the 44 of Oregon. 1st and 10. Howard from the shotgun again. Sends Abuka all the way out to the left. One receiver right. And here's play action to throw again. Howard swings it way back to the right, and it's way high, but it is caught. Was it a catch? Yes. It was. That's Smith. Climbs a ladder. He is athletic.
He is athletic, has sticky hands, and he high points everything. He goes up and gets it at its high point, and then he's got really strong hands. Came down with that one. Makes a tough catch look really easy.
16 yards on the play. He's an amazing true freshman. Came into the game this afternoon with 63 receptions for 1,000 yards. Some of his catches have been spectacular. First down at the 28 of Oregon. Pistol formation for Howard, running back behind him. That's Judkins, I believe. Howard's going to turn and give it to Judkins going left. Trying to get it outside, trying to get a cutback run. Doesn't need it. Got the edge. Oh, there's a face mask. First penalty of the game is going to be against Oregon. 4 flags came out. The Judkins stepped out at about the 19-yard line, but he got swung out by the face mask.
Face mask. Defense, number 7. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. An automatic first down.
Yeah, Jamar Muhammad knew it. Right when he did it, he just knew it. And you could see it from up here, and obviously 4 flags. Everybody else saw it too.
So apparently we'll take it inside of the 20 and probably inside the 10 to about the 7 or 8 yard line. They put it at the 8.
Well, this is what you were hoping would not happen. Oregon not being able to put together a drive, a third consecutive drive, give it back to Ohio State where they feel like they maybe have stemmed the tide and they've got their offense going again here. Ohio State inside the Oregon 10.
Henderson back in behind Howard in that pistol offense for the shotgun. The pistol running back. Now Howard's going to go up underneath center. Howard. Motion man, snap, pitch it. Henderson going left. 10, 5, 3, 2, touchdown. Travion Henderson.
That was easy. Too easy.
Oregon had the momentum. Scored at the end of the first half. Takes a kickoff to start the second half. Scores. It's a ball game. And then on their next, after the defense got a stop, their next offensive possession, they went backward. The punt was not great, gave field position to Ohio State, and they turned it right into a score in a hurry. That was much the way it was in the first half. Extra point kick coming up. On the way, and it is good. 41-15. Ducks have got some business to take care of. A lot of football to be played. 2 minutes left, third quarter. It's still all of the fourth quarter. String together a couple of drives. Now, it'd be nice to get something deep and get a quick score. Your defense started to play better. Had a short field. Ohio State took advantage of it. Third down. Couldn't get them off the field.
Well, a Toyota drive summary for Ohio State, who stops Oregon on that previous possession, gets it back, and gets back into their offensive mojo. Toyota drive summary, 6 plays, 56 yards for the Buckeyes in 3:16. Travion Henderson, the 8-yard touchdown run. Fielding's extra point, and it's Ohio State 41. Oregon 15, 2:19 left here in the third quarter. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Whittington deep at the 5, but he's had no chance for return, and even if he did, I don't know if he would take it. Every kick has gone high and deep into the end zone. Here's the kick. This one's going to go high and way deep, and will hit out of the back of the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, Coors Light, Mountain Colder Freshman, choose chill, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Thank you, Molson Coors.
Well, you can't waste any possessions at this point in the game. You're down 4 scores with 2:19 left in the third quarter. You pretty much have to put together some sort of scoring drive on every time you have the ball and make stops along the way, because you got about 4 possessions left in this game with about 17 minutes left in the game. That's usually the way it works, so you've got to be extra efficient at this point in the game.
Oregon goes empty backfield. Now Whittington will come all the way across the formation. Here's a quick one-man screen to the outside. And getting out of bounds for about a 7 or 8 yard gain, maybe a 9 yard gain, is Sadiq Kenyon Sadiq, they give him 10. He got 10 yards. Right to the 35-yard line, first down. Sort of a one-man screen. Little misdirection play. Bring Whittington across a formation to the right, throw it back to the left. Here's first down. Back to throw right away. Looking deep, nope, throw it over the middle. Whittington, and he's upended at about the 43-yard line, but a big first down pickup to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Cody Simon's able to get him down, arm tackling, but able to hit him kind of low at the legs, get him down.
Oregon a tempo offense, 2nd and 2. Back to throw Gabriel again with time. Ball batted down. Let's go downstairs quickly to Dusty Harrah.
Right there, no rush from Ohio State. Defensive linemen playing laterally side to side, knowing that Dylan Gabriel in that 2-minute offense, where Oregon likes to attack, is the soft spots right behind the defensive linemen who are screaming upfield. So they just played laterally, and all of them got their hands up. Watch the eyes of Dylan Gabriel, so when he released the ball, they just all put their hands up at the same time.
Just Dusty smart football, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's game planning, recognition, and knowing what Oregon likes to do in this situation.
3rd down and 2. 2 receivers come out to the right. One of those was Sadiq, now goes back toward the formation. Tez in motion to the right. Gabriel turn, back to throw. Steps up, going to get hit and go down. He'll lose yardage. 3rd and 2, now 4th and 4.
Kind of a mismatch with Ransom coming in and Noah Whittington trying to chip him and block him, almost held him, frankly.
Yeah.
And then Ransom was able to get off that block and make the tackle.
So the Ducks get a first down, but can't get more than that, and will punt it away.
That's 5 sacks for Ohio State in this game.
Ducks ready to punt. Who's in this time? James and Dunn have been punting. This is Dunn again. Luke Dunn needs to boom one. On 4th down, punts it away. Very, very high. Fair catch called for and taken at the 15-yard line. Nice punt by Dunn that time. Got some hang time. Oregon can cover it, force the fair catch, and Ohio State will get the ball back with 43 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. 44 yards on the punt by Luke Dunn, and we'll take the timeout. 41-15. Duck defense. Well, we're not going to take timeout, all right? We're going to keep it here, and Ohio State will get the ball. And Oregon's defense really needs to hold Ohio State here. You cannot let them have a clock-eating drive down the field and give up anything. Got to get the ball back. Been no turnovers in this ball game. First down at their own 15. Howard from under center. Pretty tight formation. Turn, hand it off. Judkins going to go right, cuts it back, got some room. First down run. A flag comes in. Most likely a hold against Ohio State.
Boy, just got outside of Tuioti so quick. Judkins did. Made that, took the handoff, cut outside, and was able to get outside containment.
Holding. Offense, number 89. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. It's first down.
And that might have been the reason why.
Yeah. So 1 penalty on each team in this game. It's remarkable.
Yeah, Kazmarek on the outside, the tight end for Ohio State, would be matched up with a guy like Tatum Tuioti, but and held. But again, just to be able to bounce that outside and get out of containment, you just don't want to see that very often because it ends up usually being big yards once any tailback gets outside containment.
Penalty takes it back to the 8-yard line where it'll be first down over again, but first down at 16. Turned out to be a 6-yard penalty. Here's the snap. And running right. Nothing again this time for Judkins as he's wrapped up pretty much at the line of scrimmage. Will push the pile forward for a yard. And it will be 2nd down and 15 when we come back for the 4th quarter. Not the ball game
At the end of the 3rd quarter.
at all that we expected to see. But the Ducks still have time. They've got Ohio State pinned deep in their own territory on 2nd down and 15 coming up to start the 4th quarter. See how this defense digs it out. Gives their offense another opportunity. Ohio State 41, Oregon 15. Duck football from the Rose Bowl game in Pasadena continues on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped, I had a gun, and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, know it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Yeah, welcome back to the Rose Bowl. LaMichael James, LaMike getting recognized here as he was inducted into the Hall of Fame and showing some highlights of his games. One of them against Wisconsin here at the Rose Bowl. He was the one play that I will never forget from LaMichael was the game against Stanford when he took it up the middle. Statement, LaMichael James, and he's being recognized down on the field right now. Throws the fans a big O. What a running back he was. It was something else. Well, it is now the RAV fourth quarter presented by Toyota. After 3 quarters, the stats are closer but still lopsided. First downs, Oregon 11, Ohio State 17. Rushing yards, Oregon minus 10. And Ohio State 144. Passing yards 277, Ohio State 301. Total yards 217 to 449. And the third quarter stats, Oregon had 78 yards and 59 yards for Ohio State. So not a lot of offense in that third quarter. But for the game, Ohio State has built too big of a lead.
Yeah, built a big lead, and they've made Oregon completely one-dimensional. No running game, no threat of a running game. And then the pressure that they've been able to put on Dillon Gabriel. You know, you come into this game having only given up 13 sacks, and you've given up 5 in this game, and you have none yourselves when you had 40 during the season. And that was kind of a little bit skewed by the Washington game where they set or tied a record in that particular game. But at the same time, Ohio State has put pressure on, knocked balls down, just has had a great game plan for this Rose Bowl.
One back under center for Howard on 2nd and 15 from his own 10-yard line. Turn and hand the ball off. Judkins gets a little lame, but it closes in a hurry. He's going to get about 4 yards out to the 14 before Brian Betcher wraps him up. Or Bryce Betcher, beg your pardon, and gets the solo tackle. Brings up 3rd down and 11. Just the start of the fourth quarter. Duck football brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. 3rd down and 11. If you're going to get a stop and give your offense an opportunity, it's got to be right here. 3 receivers strung out to the right for Howard. 1 alone to the left. Oregon showing 4-man rush. Only 3 come. Pressure comes and got to Howard this time. Derek Harmon. And Oregon only had a 3-man rush on that play. Looked like one of the linebackers was going to come up, but did not. Great play by Derek Harmon. That's his 6th sack of the year. The transfer from Michigan State makes a difference.
They did a great job of overloading the left-hand side of Ohio State's offensive line with 3 guys, and Harmon was one of them that got through.
Loss makes it 4th and 16, a very short punt. Fair catch called for, taken by Tez at the Duck 49-yard line. And Oregon is going to have tremendous field position with still plenty of time in this football game. 13:36 remaining. It's a 41-15 Ohio State lead. But the Ducks have got to make something happen now. We'll take the timeout, come back after a 42-yard punt, no return, fair catch. It's a Toyota 4 RAV fourth quarter presented by Toyota. And, well, what do you know? The Ducks are shout. Here you go. Let's just not go away. Let's just stay here. Yeah, there's a lot of Oregon fans here. I'll tell you what, there's some Ohio State fans that are shouting down there a little bit. It's hard not to move to this song. Dusty here, I'll check in with you, Arturo and Mike. What's it like for you down there for this? Because there are a lot of Ohio State fans that are joining this, but the Oregon fans are into it.
Yeah, they want a little bit of that Autzen flavor, and look, they've been waiting for anything to cheer about all night long, and they got some right now. Good field position and shout coming on for their Oregon Ducks.
That's impressive. There you go. It wasn't the end of the third quarter, into the fourth, but 13:36 remaining. Ducks get the shout. Great field position at the 49-yard line, and Dante Moore's in the ballgame, and he's probably going to throw it again. It's a throwback and to nobody because Ohio State had sniffed it out. That was supposed to be a double pass to Dante Moore, who had flanked out to the right, and it was going to be back to Gabriel on the left.
And nobody was fooled. Wanted to bring it back to Gabriel or maybe down the opposite sideline, but frankly, Ohio State wasn't fooled whatsoever there.
There was nowhere, anywhere for that ball to go but out of bounds. So, second down and 10 at the 49-yard line. Gabriel, let's check the play. Woodington to his right. Again, Jordan James went out in the first half and has not returned. Gabriel ready for the snap. Turns to throw. Quick throw, catch made, and Gary Bryant Jr. in the ball game goes to the 46-yard line. On third down, get about 6. Or second down, get 6. It'll be third down and 4. Going to put it just outside of that 45-yard line of Ohio State. So third and 4, almost 5.
And I would assume that Oregon probably is two-down territory for them at this point in the game.
Yeah, you think so. Gabriel to receivers close left. Empty backfield now. As in motion goes Woodington back to throw. Gabe throws. Catch made. Ferguson. He has been open several times tonight. Gets the first down grab at the 35-yard line. He has been the only successful receiver for Oregon tonight.
Yeah, Trayshawn Holden and him both up around 70 to 80 yards both, but that's about it.
Yeah,
everybody else has been shut down.
Forgot about Holden. 10 yards on the catch. Back to throw Gabriel. Runs away from trouble to his left. Still running. Now will throw the ball out of bounds. He had nowhere to go. Wanted to get it to Holden, but he was well covered on the left sideline in front of the Oregon bench.
Yeah, it almost looked like Holden was out of bounds on that play, and so he had no place to throw it. Yeah. I could tell that Holden is frustrated I don't know if the defensive back took him out of the play, and then once he goes out of bounds, he's out of the play. But he wasn't able to really throw it to anybody open on that sideline. You'd think with the time that Dylan Gabriel had, he might be able to get somebody.
So second down and 10 at the 35-yard line. 12:24 remaining. Trips to the left, bunch close. Now in motion goes Tez. Here's a quick one-man screen to Holden. Holden going to try to get it upfield. Spins away inside the ball, came loose, but I think he was down at the 28-yard line. He was. He will pick up about 7, almost 8. It's going to be third down. Pick up 7, third down and 3. Ducks go in a hurry. Snap quickly. Gabriel looking. Time. No pressure. Steps up. Now will run. Now gets away. Now will get hit and go down. You just cannot drift around back there for that long and not have somebody come up and get you.
Yeah, Caden Curry came up from behind. And I just don't think that Dylan Gabriel sensed him from behind because he's completely out of the play, and then all of a sudden he's in the play. After that much time, you just don't feel people that you can't see unless you got eyes in the back of your head, which he doesn't.
Loss back to the 36, 4th and 11, and Oregon will go. 4th and 11. With 11:24 left here in this fourth and final quarter. 41-15 that the Ducks have got to get a first down or more. Back to throw Gabriel. With time, steps, throws, catch made. Tez trying to get a first down and will, and then finally goes down across the 25-yard line. Thought he was going to go right and just down the sideline, and if nothing else, go out of bounds. We get an easy first down. He made it tougher than it was.
Yeah, he could have made it a lot easier than he did. Nice cutbacks. He knows that third guy is coming, and he goes down just past the first down, but he probably could have run out to the right and along the Ohio State sideline and got that first down just as easy.
24-yard line first down. Gabriel, empty backfield. 3 receivers bunched to the right. 2 outside to the left. Gabriel back to throw. Steps, throws, into the air, incomplete. Whittington got his hand on the ball, but it was late. I mean, he looked around and just got a hand on it and tipped it up in the air.
Yeah, you would think that if you lined up at the receiver position and you begin to come inside, you're going to be looking for that ball a little bit quicker, but no, Whittington wasn't. So that ball was thrown, and about the time the ball was getting there, he put his hand up in the air. Dangerous that ball got deflected.
Way out to the right, low. 2 receivers come left on 2nd and 10. Gabriel back to throw again. Steps up, gets pressure, runs, keeps it 20, pitches it outside, and Whittington dives into the air out of bounds. But he's got a first down. What a great heads-up play by Dylan Gabriel. Took off to run, sort of the right hash mark, and as he's going to get hit, he just pitches the ball to his right. There's Whittington.
Smart play. Not quite sure where Noah Whittington was going over there on the sideline, but he tried to jump over a defensive player for Ohio State.
Is under further review.
They're going to look at this and see if it was a lateral or a pass.
Yeah, when he pitched that ball, it has to be backwards.
Yeah, Dusty, were you down there enough to see whether that ball went backwards or not?
Yeah, from my angle, I'm at about the 9-yard line, and from my angle, it looked like it was backwards, but as the running back is moving forward, it's a hard angle to see as to if it goes backwards or maybe a little bit forwards because they're both moving forward at the same time.
It looked backwards to me, Dusty, too, from up here. And I'll tell you, he's 3 yards behind him when he pitches that ball out there. It isn't not even close.
Yeah, that's a lateral all the way. Not a really tough call, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, again, I know that Dylan Gabriel let go of that ball at about the 21-yard line. And it looks like Noah Whittington is catching that ball at about the 21. It just can't be a forward pass because keep in mind Dylan Gabriel's past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So the ball has to go backwards.
But he didn't throw it forward. He pitched it backwards.
But it has to go backwards. Whether you throw it or you pitch it, it has to go backwards.
And that's the hard part with your momentum moving forward.
I don't think there's enough to overturn this.
Yeah, I don't either.
But what it does do, regardless of the outcome of this, it gives Oregon a free timeout that they burned earlier, so you can get up onto the ball quickly once the ball is set to get your next play in.
Let's take a quick break. While we figure out what this is, well, the official's going to give us the call right now.
after further review, there was an illegal forward pass. Offense number 8. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Loss of down. It's third down.
Well, we'll still take the break and come back and figure it out after this. Oregon trying to get something going. It'll be third down in scoring position in the red zone on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th.
An illegal forward pass. So the Ducks are now looking at 3rd and 13 with the ball at the 27 of Ohio State.
Four down territory for them.
They would have been in a 1st and goal situation. So 3rd, as you said, Jim, and 13 with the ball at Ohio State's 27. Ducks out of the huddle. They'll send 4 wide to the right, and Gary Bryant wide to the left for quarterback Dylan Gabriel. Now moving in motion is Tez Johnson to the left. Gets the snap, sets up at the Ohio State 35 to pass, throws down the middle of the field. That ball flutters, and it's caught in the end zone for a touchdown. Boy, what a throw and what a catch as Trayshawn Holden came off the right flank, catches his 2nd TD of the game from Dylan Gabriel to give the Ducks the touchdown, and it changes the score to 41-21 favor Ohio State.
Well, Dylan Gabriel, that was a heck of a throw there. I mean, he had pressure in the pocket coming right up the middle, and he was able to deliver that pass perfectly on that little post route there.
27-yard TD pass. Thank you, Skip. Dylan Gabriel to Trayshawn Holden. Oregon gets the PAT unit on the field. No, it's a 2-point try. They've committed to successfully made one earlier, and this handoff's going to go where Jalen Tuimoloau makes the contact with a runner, and he's finally put down short of the goal line. Defensive end Jalen Tuimoloau made the stop. The runner looked like that was Sadiq Kenyon, tight end, who took the handoff and tried to go to the left, so the 2-point try is no good. The score remains 41-20.
Option, and he handed it off to Sadiq, got near, but he did not quite get the touch or the 2-point conversion. By the way, Dylan Gabriel, with 2 passing touchdowns, has tied Case Keenum with the most passing touchdowns in the history at the FBS level. 155 passing touchdowns.
Ohio State 2 is now 25. 2 is 25.
John Lundquist, thank you for that stat. That's a big stat. Dylan Gabriel, wow.
Well, the Toyota drive summary for Oregon, they're 10 plays, 51 yards, and 336. Trayshawn Holden, 27-yard touchdown reception. The 2-point conversion failed. I think if Teford keeps that ball, he might score, but nonetheless, Ohio State was able to stop that. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota Let's Go Places, and Trayshawn Holden having a pretty good game so far here tonight. 7 catches, 106. Oh, you got it right there.
I was going to give it to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
2 touchdowns to go with that 116 yards, 7 catches. What they've done a great job of tonight is shutting down Tez Johnson.
Yeah, Ducks kind of punch it down the field. That ball's going to bounce and roll and be taken at the 13-yard line and got to bounce to the 15. So kind of a design pooch kick that bounced inside of the 30, 25, and then the Ohio State back to Henderson wasn't sure where the ball was going.
It got by him a little bit.
It got by him.
And the first thing he had to do was go secure it and make sure he got possession of it. And then it's tough for Ohio State to really block because they're expecting an onside kick, so they're not ready to block on the return. So not very good field position here at the 15-yard line for Ohio State.
By the way, 5 touchdowns on the year for Holden with 2 today. Well, here's first down at their own 15. And I got to believe that Ohio State is going to run this ball and run that clock. Hand it off to Judkins. Goes outside. Got the edge. Got a first down. Down the sideline and out of bounds. Oregon had the middle pretty well plugged up.
But contain, you want Judkins to have to turn that ball up the field where you've got inside help from your linebackers. Don't let them get outside, contain, and bounce, because there's nobody out there on that second level. And Judkins able to get outside, big run, out of the 15-yard line, almost out to the 35, actually the 33, but again, big run there, 18 yards.
Clock down to 9:26 remaining. Ohio State with a 41-21 advantage. Shotgun for Howard. 2 receivers out to the right. Snap, turn, hand it off again. And Judkins going to go up the middle and this time gets a yard, maybe 2. The pile finally stops him for a yard at the 34-yard line. Ducks get a linebacker. A couple of linebackers. One of those Toyota more on the edge. But don't want to say too little, too late, but getting close to that point in the ball game. Ohio State's going to work that clock. Under 9 minutes now. A 41-21 lead. Oregon needs the ball back.
In a hurry.
And then they need to score in a hurry. Turnover would be great. Howard going to pitch the ball to Henderson. Big run. 40. Trips over a tackler, goes all the way to midfield.
Well, just too easy. And really what you want is Will Howard flipping the ball where there's a chance that there's going to be a potential fumble. Now it's a flip forward, which is a forward pass, but nonetheless, Henderson over 100 yards.
13 yards on that run play, or pass if you will, because it's a forward flip like a shovel pass. And it will be first down at the Oregon 48-yard line. 2 receivers go out to the left. Ibuka and Tate. Smith all alone to the boundary right side. Here's another handoff. Now keeps, or Howard's going to go right. Howard's going to hook slide down to the 47. Pick up a yard. It'll be second down and 9. He wasn't going to go out of bounds. 7.5 minutes remaining. 41-21. Ohio State did their damage in the first half.
Jeremiah Smith, most of it at the wide receiver position, and Will Howard throwing the ball to him. Smith tonight, 7 catches, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns. Big night for him.
Here's second down, basically 10. No gain on that last play. And handed off again up the middle. Judkins breaks away from 1 tackle to get a yard. And it'll be third down and 9. And Bryce Betcher with a stop for Oregon. Duck football brought to you by OCCU. Duck fans get more for the things they care about. Remarkable checking and the Duck debit card. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit. Third down and 9. 6:27 remaining. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 alone right. Howard with a snap back to throw. Pressure comes, throws, incomplete. Ooh, almost picked off. And Howard got big time pressure. He got hit hard. Actually, his offensive lineman, the one who got decked and taken down, and Howard had to help him up. And a guy we haven't seen a whole lot this year, Breland, with the pressure on Howard. That ball very nearly picked off. Tez back, puts his heels right on that 10-yard line. And Joe McGuire getting ready to punt it away. 4th down and 9. Ducks look like they may be coming after it. Snap. They do come, but don't get there. Kicks very, very high. Going to go inside the 5 and bounce backwards, but go into the end zone. I think if that ball's not touched by the Ohio State down,
it may stay right there.
Probably, yeah, it's going to back up and probably stay about the 5-yard line. But his momentum as he reached out to grab the ball took him and the ball into the end zone. 42 yards on the punt. 47, I beg your pardon, on the punt. And Oregon will have it out of their own 20-yard line when we come back. Well, you need a score right now. You don't have time to drive the ball down the field. You got to score right now and get that ball back. 6:07 remaining. 41-21. Ohio State with a lead from the Rose Bowl game in Pasadena. The Toyota fourth quarter brought to you by the RAV4 quarter, presented by Toyota. The Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota. Let's go places.
Before laughs in the parking lot became beers in the stadium with new friends, someone had to bring the six-pack of Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave. Bring the aloha. Copyright 2023 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. Enjoy responsibly.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community. And First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Robert Nash. Rob is the kitchen manager for Hope Kitchen by Rogue Retreat, feeding 400 people daily at 3 shelters. He also runs a culinary internship program, training shelter guests to work in commercial kitchens. With a 100% success rate, Rob's helped people regain employability and move forward in their lives. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Robert Nash.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember, back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son? I left my heart.
Welcome back to the RAV fourth quarter, presented by Toyota. We're in our Country Financial broadcast booth. That Country Financial, proud supporter of the Ducks, makes insurance easy. Worry less and feel more confident with insurance designed to meet your specific needs. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Huge uphill battle, no doubt about it, 41-21, but you never give up. You never say it's over. It's not done. You're still thinking, okay, quick score, onside kick, keep it going. You have to think positive, even though you're in a deep, deep hole.
Things happen. Yeah. You can bet this Ohio State defense is going to do everything they can to make sure it doesn't happen.
Oregon has actually outscored Ohio State 13-7 in the second half. But Ohio State built too big of a lead early. That first quarter really was Oregon's undoing.
Yeah, 34-8 at halftime. Tough to overcome that type of lead in any game.
So Gabriel from the shotgun, 2 receivers left now as Tez goes out there. Back to throw, rolls to his left. Steps up and will run. A lot of room, and Hook slides across the 25. And that's where they'll put the ball, be a 5-yard pickup. Bring up second down and 5 from the 25. Clock moving. 5:54, under 6 minutes now. Oregon trying to hurry. Ducks get set. Snap, Gabriel back to throw. Swings it quickly, caught, and that's going to be low. Justice Lowe got the first down. He got to the 30, and that's all he needed for the first down. They'll mark it across after the 31. And Oregon's trying to hurry now. They know they're running out of time. Trips right for Gabriel. Snap and back to throw again. Dumps it over the middle. Nice. Was that an almost catch? It was a catch. A one-handed grab by Whittington. That ball was going by him, and he reached out at the last moment and got with left hand and gathered it in.
Like he had stick him on his hand.
Oregon trying to hurry. See if we can see the replay on that. Oh, that was a great play. And now they're going to stop play and review it. He caught the ball with his left hand, brought it to his left thigh, and then it went down to the ground.
And did he have control? Did the ball move when he hit the ground? That's going to be the thing that they're probably taking a look at.
Previous play is under further review.
Now they're going to take time out and go take a look at it. Dusty Hara down to the sideline, our Toyota sideline. Mike, you had a lot of catches like that, didn't you?
Yeah. Did I really catch a ball and then almost drop it? Yeah. I thought that was a good catch, though. Great control by Noah Whittington. I guess what they're going to see is, did the ball move when he came to the ground? Because he didn't have it secured like a normal ball carrier would, right? The ball was kind of vertical, and so if the ball moves when he hits the ground, that is going to be whether or not it's a catch or not.
Yeah,
I don't know
key.
if that ball is out.
Does he have control all the way to the ground?
Boy, it sure looks like he does. Hits the ground. The ball is on his glove.
And it doesn't look like the ball moves. He kind of lands on top of the ball, though.
He controlled that, didn't he?
I don't know.
I could see how they would overturn it.
Yeah, I could too.
I mean, we're 0 for 1 today.
This is a 50-50 ball right here. This could go either way. If you're an Ohio State fan, you're going, no way, that's not a catch. If you're a Duck fan, you're going, oh, yeah, he caught that ball.
Well, one stat.
Here we go.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands.
It's a catch.
One stat that sticks out still tonight, and you're not going to see this probably improve a whole heck of a lot because Oregon has to throw the ball minus 11 yards rushing. And a lot of that's due to sacks, but sacks are part of the deal. 6 sacks for Ohio State. Not a whole lot of rushing anyway, regardless of the sacks.
So 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard catch by Whittington. Gabriel with a snap and to throw again. Steps wants to go deep down the left side, and he just launches that ball. Thinks he got hit. He could never follow through with the pass, but he didn't have anybody out there. Tez pulled up short. He was probably 15, 20 yards downfield. I think Gabriel wanted to throw that ball further down the field.
Yeah, Tui Maloau came in on Dylan Gabriel pretty quickly, so that ball floated up there. And you're right, Tez kind of cut it off. The ball just sailed to the sideline. Don't know if it would have been that good anyway, just based on Tui Maloau being able to get in and hit him just as he let go of that ball.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 8. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Loss of down.
I thought Tez was out in the vicinity. I know he's still in the tackle box. Dylan Gabriel is.
Well, he was trying to get him the ball, but I thought he was hit as he threw. Kind of would like to see a replay of that because he was getting hit as he let go of that ball and couldn't really follow through. And we're not going to get a chance to see a replay at all. Oregon's ready to run a play. It's a loss down back to the 27-yard line, 3rd and 14. Gabriel to throw. Steps up into the pocket. Still looking. Pump. Hit. Goes down. Cody Simon. Dylan drifted out to his right. Stepped up a little bit. Had time to find somebody. There was nobody.
Almost worth it to go down to Justice Lowe, who's in a one-on-one coverage down there with Caleb Downs, just to see if he can make a play. There wasn't a center field safety in a 2-on-1 type of situation. Maybe you just throw it down there with 4:20 left in the game to see what happens.
4th and 21. And Oregon will punt it away. Kind of a low-line drive, but it's going to be fair caught at the 36-yard line. Ohio State will have it with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game.
7 sacks by Ohio State tonight.
44 yards on the punt, yeah.
Cool.
I tell you what, you have to credit Ohio State. They have played a game tonight.
Yeah.
They have played a game.
They've been the more physical team. They've made big plays. They haven't made mistakes. Not that Oregon's made a ton of mistakes, but they've just plain and simple come to play. They're probably the hottest team in college football right now. Everybody was looking at them after that Tennessee game and going, uh-oh, they finally woke up this season. And we've seen that awakening here at the Rose Bowl.
Here is 1st down. It's a handoff and eat the clock up the middle. Hard as Henderson to pick up 8 on 1st down. 4:03 and the clock moving. Found out that Terrence Ferguson has accepted an invitation to the 2025 East West Shrine Bowl, which is coming up on January 30th. So some football still to be played by some of these guys.
Kind of surprised Ohio State, knowing where they are right now with 3:40 and counting in the game, up by 20, that you would leave somebody like Will Howard in the game. I mean, again, he's just going to hand the ball off, and we understand that, but all it takes is a little accident here or there, and it's a whole different path to getting past Texas.
And I'm not sure why you still got Henderson in the ball game carrying the ball.
And Ibuka.
Under center, hand it off, going outside. Henderson's going to get the 1st down, running to just short of the 50 to the 49-yard line. But Ryan Day, after a win earlier this year, when most teams would have taken a knee inside the 5-yard line to end the game, they ran it in for a touchdown. After the game, he was asked about it. Why did you do that when you didn't need the points? And his answer was, because we are Ohio State. That's an attitude. And that's kind of what they're doing here. 1st down at their own 49-yard line, 2:42 remaining, and they've got everybody in the game with a 41-21 lead. Howard under center, turns, hands it off. Judkins going to get caught behind the line, gets back to the line and picks actually a yard. It'll be second down and 9. That'll probably take us to the 2-minute warning. Ohio State not in a hurry. Don't need to run a play before we get to the 2-minute break. 41-21. Damage done first half. A lot of it in the first quarter. Had Oregon on their heels, and they just could not recover until late in that second quarter.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout. Ohio State feeling it. They know they've got it. And we'll go away and come back. Continue to talk about it. About an unbelievable season for Oregon. Coming into this game undefeated. Number 1 for most of the year, but just could not find it here tonight. 41-21 with 2 minutes to go in this game here in the Rose Bowl game in Pasadena on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's another great fall Saturday in Oregon. Friends, family, and football. Let's keep it great by making a game plan for getting everyone home safely. If you're drinking, take a quick time out and pass the keys to someone who's not. By designating a responsible driver, you'll make sure the whole team gets to keep playing. Because no day like this should end with a tragic loss for any family. Let's be in it to win it by saving lives together. Drive sober. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota. Let's go places.
By Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places. Well, Ohio State will advance. And for the Ducks, a spectacular season. Actually, I'm going to say it, Jorgie, comes crashing down today. It didn't end easily.
No, not at all.
Not expected.
Just did not expect to get outplayed to this extent by Ohio State. I mean, it's been Ohio State offensively, big plays, pretty good balance, being able to throw the ball, run the ball, protect Will Howard pretty well, and then just to completely shut down Oregon's run and get after Dylan Gabriel like they've done today. The amount of sacks, the amount of pressure, the amount of batted down balls, just a well-prepared and very confident at this point in the season Ohio State team. I mean, they have to be the favorite if you want to go by based on how they've played against Tennessee and Oregon here in the Rose Bowl. They have to be the prohibitive favorite to win the championship. They take on Texas in the next round. That could be a tremendous game, but the way that Ohio State's playing right now, I don't think Texas can hang with those guys.
Now, if Ohio State continues to play the way they played here today and this evening, I don't know how about he keeps with them.
Yeah.
They were not perfect, but they were very near perfect. In the trenches, got the ball downfield, stopped Oregon. I mean, they did everything they wanted to do here today. Second down and 9 from the 50. Whistles, flags, only the third penalty, I believe, of the game. Fourth penalty and no turnovers.
Snap. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Well, Chip's going to get his first victory against Oregon. Either as a head coach or an assistant coach, this will be his first one right here. And in his offense, and this Ohio State offense was ready to play, just like they were last week.
They were.
Even with a couple of starting offensive linemen missing, they've filled in nicely. They've been able to get things done, and they've just got some tremendous receivers and gifted athletes on the outside to make anybody pay.
Third down and 13 after the penalty. Second down to 13. And hand the ball off, and Oregon ready for it. Nothing there. Still, Travion Henderson carrying the ball.
You know, when you play this type of competition, whether it's Ohio State or Penn State, by the way, those two teams have put up over 1,000 yards of total offense and almost 80 points against Oregon. you're playing the best in the country. You have to be able to stand up against the best in the country. And right now, Ohio State getting healthy and playing really good defense and playing, good offense. Obviously, right now they just are a very confident group. And it's tough to tell. Oregon was as healthy as they've been all season long, but Ohio State was one step faster in every way tonight.
Here's 3rd down and long, and hand the ball off again. And Henderson's going to get maybe a yard or 2, maybe 3, and it'll be 4th down. Dusty Hara downstairs with our Toyota mic. I mean, you can, and this discussion was talked about this week. Rust or rest. Oregon had 3 weeks with no game. Ohio State did not. They played, so they were in a rhythm.
Yeah, they were, and they looked really good, and it did seem like Oregon did have rust coming out. I mean, the quick start that you saw Ohio State play with, and they looked like a team that had just come off a big win, rested some guys at the end of it, too, and it took the Ducks a while to get going. That's an excuse that Oregon is going to make or accept.
Timeout.
But we are seeing
Ohio
3
State.
teams now that had the bye all go down in this quarterfinal of the playoffs.
That's interesting. 3 of the teams that had time off. So maybe there's something to stopping a successful season and having to start over. It was tough for Oregon to do today, but against an Ohio State team that was really good. You just have to give teams credit for when they play good football, and Ohio State has played really good football today.
Are on a mission.
Yeah. 4th down punt coming up. Ducks will get the ball back. A very short, Poochie-type punt. It's going to bounce out of bounds up around the 21 or 22-yard line. And the Ducks will have 21 seconds remaining. And don't expect a whole lot. 40 or 34 yards on that punt. Maybe one play from Oregon. And then go inside and lick your wounds. Not easy, and they won't think about what they've accomplished this year. All they'll think about for a while is this game. That's unfortunate because they accomplished so much this year. Gabriel from that shotgun takes a snap. Just going to hand it off, and Lamar's going to run up the middle, get 2 or 3 yards, hard yards, and that's going to be the final play. Ohio State's coming off the side. The coaches will meet at midfield. Ryan Day, Dan Lanning, the handshake, pat on the shoulder. Congratulations, Ohio State. Final score. Buckeyes 41, Ducks 21. Tough ending to a great season. But congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes. They played football today, and they earned a big victory to advance on to the college football playoffs and will play in the semifinals. And we got a post-game show coming up. Hopefully get a chance to hear from head coach Dan Lanning. He'll have time to spend with his team in the locker room. Then they'll bring him out to the media room to talk. But right now, it's Ohio State getting ready for the post-game celebration down on the field here at the Rose Bowl. 41-21 the final score. Ohio State the victory. Here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jan from Toyota here, live with some big news. Toyotathon is on. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyotathon ends January 6th. Participating dealers only. Toyota. Let's go places.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Other places make you pay extra for that. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires. Because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
This season, Abbott and the Big Ten teamed up to host the first ever conference-wide blood donation competition to help fight the greatest blood shortage in a generation. The We Give Blood Drive helps save as many as 60,000 lives, thanks to alumni, students, and Duck fans like you. But the need for blood donations doesn't stop here. Go to big10.org/Abbott to sign up to give blood and save lives. Abbott, proud partner of the Big Ten Conference and Oregon Athletics.
Athletics. Once again, the final score here at the Rose Bowl in the college football playoff quarterfinals. Ohio State beats Oregon 41-21. Coming up, we'll hear from players and coaches as the Encova Insurance postgame show continues on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Get ready, Buckeye fans. Donato's just added something special to the pizza playbook. Introducing Donato's new Block O pizza. Donato's golden thin crust cut in that trademark Block O shape, loaded with crispy pepperoni, smoked provolone cheese, and Buckeye spirit. It's the perfect pizza for game day or any day in Buckeye country. Now get a Block O pizza for just $10 with any pizza purchase. Order today with the Donato's app or at donatos.com.
The Electrical and Teledata Professionals of Central Ohio, represented by IBEW Local Union 683 and the Central Ohio chapter of NECA, are proud to support our team for another electrifying season. Whatever your electrical and teledata needs, you'll be a winner by getting wired by our professionals. Spearheading these state-of-the-art services is our Electrical Trades Center in Columbus, Ohio. Implementing both classroom and on-the-job instruction, they assure continued top performance. To find an electrical and teledata professional, visit www.cohneca.org. We'll see you at the game.
Your home for Ohio State athletics, The Fan.
Buckeye fans, power up and carbon down with AEP Energy and Eco Advantage, their 100% renewable energy plan for your home or business. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 41-21, the Buckeyes defeat Oregon. We'll have more of the Encova Insurance postgame show coming up here on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
We have acres of brand new Chevys, Chryslers, Jeeps, Dodges, and Ram vehicles, as well as used cars and trucks that you're looking for at the Jeff Weiler Columbus Auto Mall in Canal Winchester. And if we don't have what you're looking for, we can find it at one of our 23 other locations. So come shop the lot or view over 2,000 cars right at your fingertips at JeffWeilerColumbusAutomall.com. Plus, use Weiler Direct to see monthly payments, value your trade, and get pre-approved. Rooted in family, driven by you.
The Gridiron isn't the only place Buckeye fans watch points pile up. They score the perks of game day at Giant Eagle and Market District 2. Ready-to-eat prepared foods, everyday value from our family of brands, a fresh selection that thrills every foodie, fuel savings, and convenient favorites are all game day traditions. Earn perks and save on game day and every day at Giant Eagle and Market District. Giant Eagle, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. This is the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show on the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio